1-2. Swung on and miss. Fuchs
coming in right side, Sip. Goes down to the slide and gets it.
Nelson's going to take off on the pitch. Switches it called. Strike 3.
Wes Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is not in time.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrant, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
And welcome to our Irie Insurance pregame show here from Scott Koss Field in Casselton, North Dakota. It's day number 2 of our North Dakota Skills competition here for the North Dakota Scheels Softball All-Star Series Skills competition. We'll get things going off, and then after that, well, at 6 o'clock, we will have the game a little bit later tonight. Chase Miller alongside Preston Duville, Joel Morgan, Mark Forsyth helping us out as well here in Casselton. So here what happened yesterday. You can check it out on yourliveevent.com or search Your Live Event on YouTube. In game number 1, the West All-Stars defeated the East All-Stars by a final of 12-8. The story in that contest was the 3-run homers by the Dickinson midget performer. And going to the University of North Dakota, that is Hopoff here, who went hit 3 for 4 with 3 home runs and 3 runs driven in as well. And then in game number 2, the West won over the East by a final of 11-4. So the East will try to take a game in this series. The West has won 5 straight here, and we'll get to our skills competition coming up as well. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to IrieINS.com. That, again, is IrieINS.com. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll send it down to Joel Morgan, get an on-field report. Also, we'll get you ready for the skills competition. It's the fastest runner home-to-home, infield throwing accuracy, outfield throwing accuracy, and then the home run derby a little bit later on as well. That's all still to come here in Casselton. It's the North Dakota Scheels Softball All-Star Series on your live event.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offering a full golf course, 9 holes, and a driving range. You'll find great opportunity with membership rates and great rates to enjoy the round of golf, whether you're walking or riding at the Goose River Golf Course in Hillsboro. Learn more at thegooserivers.com.
Congratulations to Hillsboro's Central Valley softball first baseman Jillian Hurt on being selected to the North Dakota Softball All-Star Team. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools and borough teammates are proud to have you representing your schools and community. Thanks for being a borough. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools wish all families a safe and fun summer. All students are encouraged to participate in their school and community events.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
And welcome back to Scott Cos Field here as we'll continue to get through our Irie Insurance pregame show here. Joel Morgan got a little static down there, maybe working between the poles a little bit here, so we'll get to Joel in just a moment, but still to come again, it's the fastest runner. Here's going to be the participants from the east: Addie Wagner of Fargo South, Abby Richmond from Northern Cass, Riley Holzer from Central Cass, and Maya Krogstad from Thompson. From the west in the fastest runner, which is home to home, Mackenzie Rist of Delax, Burlington, Lewis and Clark, Brooklyn Morris of Bismarck Century, Tori Olson of Bismarck Legacy, and Ashley Potter from Bismarck High will compete. And this is also team scoring, so if you finish first, for example, 2 from the east and 1 from the west, and the east goes 1-2, they would earn 5 team points, 3 team points for second, and 1 team point for third. We'll continue to keep you apprised of that. But Joel, a little bit different of a day as we send it down to you at Scott Cos Field here in Casselton. Yesterday was overcast and 60 degrees. We thought that we might get some rain that came through in Bismarck, but today here in Casselton, kind of feels like a summer's day down there on the turf.
It feels like the weather we thought we were going to get yesterday in Bismarck, that's for sure. It is nice, it is sunny, not much of a breeze, a little warm. Some of us may have dressed inappropriately for the weather today, but no, this is the weather they're looking for, and it's going to be fun. And, you know, getting one game under their belt, you only get to do this once in your career, so you have some fun, but you might be a little tense. Everyone just seems super loose and ready to have a fun time.
As we take a look kind of through our cameras here, we'll have the center field camera a little bit later on. We hope that doesn't get hit by the home run derby. We'll have the on-field camera where Preston's standing with Joel in the batter's box there, so we'll kind of get your in-your-face shot, so to speak, if someone slides into home. And then also we will get the Mevo camera a little bit where you can see the haze a little bit in the sky, the overcast kind of clouds, but it's a gorgeous day here coming up from Scott Cos Field. Joel, what was the one thing you took from yesterday in terms of just the competition that we saw with the West and the East? I know on paper we mentioned it numerous times, 7 roster players that are going on to play college softball for the West, and I think that talent was on display yesterday in the capital city.
Oh, absolutely. I think the West came, they had some power, they had some charge in their bat. The West has had to spend years getting caught up with the East in terms of softball, and they show that they're right there yesterday.
So as we get ready here, Mark Robinson, the PA address announcer, is making some announcements. We will get to the national anthem in between the competition and once we get to the game as well. So you're going to have the fastest runner again, home to home, and that'll be coming up here with 4 participants from the East, 4 participants from the West. And we would like to thank Irie Insurance pregame show again for bringing our pregame show sponsor here as we get ready to get things underway. So starting things off from the West will be Mackenzie Rist, and you have Scogan and Tim Howe here. They're going to be the official timekeepers here. So 60 feet from home to first, and then that's the same as well. So we'll see how aggressive they kind of round the corners here. We'll get that in-depth look with once they get to third. But here is runner number 1, Mackenzie Rist from Delax, Burlington, Lewis and Clark. Her brother is going to be playing in the Shrine Bowl upcoming a week from Saturday at Mayville State. Look, Rist run. She's on her way to second. Coming to third. Here comes Preston's point of view as Rist rounding third on her way home. Does she slide? No, she goes right across home plate, and we'll see what the time is there. But Mackenzie Rist again lead literally things off here, no pun intended, for high school softball. Joel, I wonder if you felt the wind go by you there with Mackenzie Rist a little bit.
Definitely a display level of speed that I'd never be able to accomplish in my lifetime, that's for sure.
Tim Howe is taking the readings from across the way, so as this continues, we might have Joel kind of make his way over to Tim as well to get the runners for the final times. Here's Brooklyn Morris from Bismarck Century. Morris, gotta love the red pants and the blue top. She loses her visor on her way coming home. Morris down the stretch, and she's able to get in there as well. We have our own official, unofficial times up here, but we will wait till we hear from Tim Howe as Brooklyn Morris has to go get her particular visor. Joel, has that ever happened to you where you lost your hat running, playing lacrosse, or playing hockey where you lost your gloves before a stick?
Typically, I was impressed that the hat started coming down and didn't even lose stride, just kept going, had the goal in mind, and that's the best time.
Tori Olson from Bismarck Legacy here. Is Olson going to go from first on her way to third? Over in the center field, we already see some of the home run derby measurements as well as Olson rounding third. She's going to come on in, and she is going to get in there as well. So far, no unofficial times, but we've seen some pretty good runners from first to third making their way across the diamond, as now we have Ashley Potter from Bismarck High, as Potter will be the final member from the West here in skills competition number 1 of 4, as Potter gets ready to go here on the western side. So Potter, the Bismarck High Demon, making her way. Ashley Potter going to Dickinson State University to play collegiate softball coming up here in the fall as well. Potter rounds third on her way home. We haven't seen anybody slide yet, and we still don't. 4 up and 4 in, Joel, here for the West to get things going with their skills competition.
Yeah, they're not pulling up around third. They're going to stride this all the way out and try to get that best time.
As now it goes from the West All-Stars to the East All-Stars here. Addie Wagner, Abby Richmond, Riley Holzer, and Maya Krogstad. And we might have a second time here, as they might not have a official again here with Mackenzie Rist. So Potter with the fastest time, 11.62 on the first run. They're going to go and do it again with Mackenzie Rist here, as Rist is making her way around first. One more time on her way to second. I almost feel like I'm a little bit more of a horse racing announcer at one particular time than anything else in this type of competition. So they're going to have another chance here, and they'll go in the same order with Rist, Morris, Olson, and Potter here. As we heard, Mackenzie Rist 11.92 that time. Just have to take an ear muffler off. This one coming around first base here is Morris. Morris making her way one more time. You're getting the blood pumping a little bit for these girls as Morris coming around, has a smile on, and she's able to cross here as well. Joel getting some information with Tim Howe there. And Joel, as we have time here, I think we have to give Tim a lot of credit for providing this tournament on for the last couple of days as Tori Olson gets ready to run the diamonds here for Bismarck Legacy. As Olson, round first, is on her way. She gets to second base. As Olson is able to get to third, coming on in as well. And Olson is able to scamper into home. So Olson going to have another time upcoming here. And then we're going to get to Ashley Potter. So that was 12.14 there for Tori Olson. Ashley Potter again had the fastest time the first time through the lineup here, and she'll be doing it again. Trying to see if we get these base pass, and this is something that you hear about even once you go to Cal Ripken, Babe Ruth, how to run the bases, whether it's baseball or softball, kind of rounding from first to second, trying to get into scoring position as well as Potter makes her way, but this time you're going through all 4 bases. 11.77 there for Ashley Potter that time through. So that was the end of the second round for the West. And now it's the East that's going to be making their way with Addie Wagner, Abby Richmond, Riley Holzer, and Maya Krogstad. So Addie Wagner from Fargo South going to play collegiately at MSUM coming up here. Then you have Richmond, Holzer, and Krogstad. So 1 from Class A, 3 from Class B here. As Addie Wagner has her south visor on, and she is ready here to get things going. So you get 2 cracks at it. Take your best time, and then we'll go from the team numbers coming up a little bit later on. Still to come, the infield throwing accuracy, outfield throwing accuracy, and home run derby as well. Addie Wagner rounding second. She's on her way to third base here, as this one's going to come into your living room with Addie Wagner, as she'll come up with time at number 1 here for the Fargo South Bruins and the East All-Stars. Addie Wagner 11.90 on run attempt number 1. This reminds me, if you're into NASCAR or Formula 1, of qualifying a little bit here, trying to see who might be the fastest particular runner, as Abby Richmond from the Jags. Proud program in terms of her ability for both volleyball, basketball, and softball here, heading to Arizona State University in the fall. And Abby Richmond almost comes right into full view there of Joel Morgan on the opposite side up the first base line. Joel, I hope you're all right. I don't think
didn't
she
even
was
flinch, just ready for it head on.
I don't think she was playing bumper cars with you or trying not to. as we're going to have Riley Holzer here. This is Maya Krogstad. So Maya Krogstad's going to be rounding second. She's going to be on her way to third as Krogstad from the Thompson Tommies here. She's going to come up as well. And Krogstad is in there. Now it's going to be Riley Holzer. This will be his or her official final time here partaking in Casselton. 12.25 here for Krogstad for the Tommies. So far with some of the first round numbers, it seems like the West a little bit more quicker than the East. But the East will get a second chance with this one as well. Here comes Riley Holzer. Holzer putting some turning on the wheels here. She's able to get to third. This might be the quickest time yet as she comes in, and we'll see what the time is. Holzer went boot, scoot, and boogie around first, third, and home. And we'll see what the final time for Riley Holzer. 11.66. That was one of the quickest times that we saw there for the East. So Riley Holzer again, 11.66. Addie Wagner, 11.90. And then Richmond followed by Krogstad. So that was 1 through 4. Second time coming up around the corner. Joel, as you're down there, have you learned how to run the bases? As we've seen round number 4 upcoming here with the East All-Stars going for round number 2, and this is with Addie Wagner.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good form, a lot of good just running, pumping the arms, keeping the legs moving. What's impressed me is their ability to get that just enough of that base and touch the base and keep themselves qualified to finish.
I thought we might have saw Addie Wagner maybe slide there. She lost her balance around third. I just want someone to slide once, Joel. That's all that I'm looking for. We'll see if Abby Richmond can possibly be that person here. Abby Richmond gets that opportunity. When you're rounding the bases, you're always taught to round the inner part of the base. So the closest that's towards the pitching rubber, whether it's in baseball or it's in softball here, as you kind of round, try to time it as best as you can. And Abby Richmond got a big smile on as she crosses home plate. We'll see what the time is for Abby Richmond here from Northern Cass. This is round number 2. 12.46 for Abby Richmond. We should mention that the Central Cass Squirrels did take first place in track and field as the team in Class B this year, so Riley Holzer's got a lot to live up to. Here comes Krogstad as she's rounding third on her way home, and Krogstad able to come across home plate, as we'll be down to our final runner here, as this will be with Riley Holzer from Central Cass. 11.99 there for Maya Krogstad from Thompson, her second time through, and now it's going to be Riley Holzer. Had the fastest time in the opening opportunity, the opening heat, I guess we could call it, with an 11.6. Holzer rounding second. She might have missed the base. It might not count. We will count it here, though, as she gets to third, coming on home, and Holzer's in there. Is there, do you got to take a 10th or 2 seconds off potentially if you miss a base? I don't know what they properly as what the 11.95, Joel. I know in some instances you might have to, add a 10th or 2/10 of a second, so to speak, if you missed a base.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the rule is, but they're going to get the totals here pretty quick, and we're going to find out who won this whole thing.
So Abby Richmond, 12.46. Krogstad was 11.99. And 11.95. So that does it for the fastest runner home to home. So Potter is going to take third place from Bismarck High. Holzer from Central Cass with her first run, 11.66, took first. So it will be Potter, taking first place. Morris from Century will go 11.71. Holzer 11.66. And 11.62 goes Potter for first place. So for those scoring at home, the West right now with 6 points, the East right now with 3 points. And just like the games, the West is going up on top early here, as we'll get to the infield throwing accuracy skills competition coming up a little bit around the corner here with the East and the West. The West, Meg Silbernagel from Hart River, Haley Lametta from Harvey Wells County. You have Tori Olson from Bismarck Legacy, Carolyn Bodine from Velvet Drake Moose. On the eastern side, it's Madeline Stengel from Grand Forks Central, Jillian Hurt from Hillsborough Central Valley, Emily Hodel from Shanley, and Reagan Hansen from Grafton will be partaking. And still a reminder, still to come at 6 o'clock, we'll get to the softball all-star games coming up as Joel Morgan is standing by across the way here, and we'll get him on in as he's with our victorious runner here. Joel, let's toss it down to you with a fellow speed demon. Yes, and the pun is intended.
Yeah, we're talking with Ashley Potter. You're the fastest one here from home to home. How does that feel?
Pretty good. Felt fast running the bases.
I told you on the break, I said you got some pretty good time. You said it's probably the fastest you went. You don't have to think about where the ball's going. Don't have to think about where the infield's aligned. You just get to run.
Yeah, I was just running my hardest out there for my West team, but doing it for the West.
So what is the mental preparation that comes in knowing you're going to have to do the home-to-home contest?
Well, we did a little jog around the field, and then I told Brooklyn to sprint out to right field to touch the fence and come back just to get our bodies moving, our heart rate up. Learned that from wrestling, so it's important to warm up that way.
And what's the key to winning the home-to-home contest for those who are going to compete in this competition in the future?
To win the team points. That's what it's about.
All right, well, congratulations. I hope you're having some fun here at this Softball All-Star Series.
Thank you, I am.
All right, back to you, Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel, as we'll let you kind of get back and get everything situated here as we're going to get to our infield throwing accuracy opportunity here. So that, again, the taking first place for the fastest runner, Ashley Potter from Bismarck High, heading to Dickinson State University to major in secondary education and continue her softball career as well. So infield throwing accuracy, there's going to be 5 throws from shortstop, 5 points if you hit the center of the net across the way at first. If you bounce and hit it to center, that'll be 3. If you hit the side of the net, whether it's in the air or on the bounce, that'll be 1 point. Right now, Team West, 6, Team East, 3, and it'll be Team West to take the field and Team East to take the field here. Team West in the blue tops, while Team East is in the red tops here. So Mike Lowell will be out there, the Hankinson Co-op Pirates fast pitch coach, and this will be an opportunity for him to kind of get some more infield grounders here as Mike's going out there, just kind of relaying the information in the competition again to the girls. You get 5 throws. So first up here for the West, it looks to be Meg Silbernagel from Hart River here, as she will get her first 5 throws to have a chance to go across the diamond. And again, she'll be at shortstop, and the netting here is at first base. And she'll get the 5 throws, and then they will mark the points from there. So Joel's going to be up the first base line, so hopefully he doesn't have to worry too much about getting his dancing shoes on. As here's Meg's first opportunity across. Well, that hits the net, and looks like they're going to give her 5 on that one. Here's another opportunity. Again, if you hit them all in the air, you get 5 points. There's another 5, so she's up to 10. She's got 3 more throws to go here for Meg. This one, going to be able to get there. Meg attending Dickinson State University as well. From Hart River, this one, another spot-on throw here. And one last opportunity to get this. This is almost too easy with the turf. You just get the perfect roll every time from Mike Lowell as well. And we'll see what the final point total is officially on this one. Might be potentially 25 points. We'll see what we're going to get. And they're going to give her, for 5 throws, they're going to give her 13 points. So, again, you're going to have the middle of the center, so as much of the center as possible. If it's outside the center, it's 3, and then if you bounce it in, again, it's 1. So there's a bounce. So that's either 1 or 3 point there for LaMotta from Harvey Wells County. Able to pitch yesterday, a little bit different of a situation just because there's so many more pitchers on the West than there is the East. She came on and pitched yesterday for the West, as there is throw number 3, all been on target so far. So she was able to pitch against her counterparts and also her own teammates a little bit yesterday in Bismarck. So here's LaMotta for her final toss here at shortstop, and that one was going to be close to being low. We'll see what the final point total is for Haley LaMotta from Harvey Wells County, upcoming in a second. She finishes with 11 points. So right now it's Meg Silbernagel from Hart River with the most after 2. This is, again, through 2 competitions. Tori Olson from Bismarck Legacy coming on here, and she'll have her 5 opportunities. Tori, attending Garden City Community College in Kansas, committed to play softball from Bismarck Legacy. And Joel, that's something that we were talking about yesterday, the amount of talent from these Western teams. And I think Torrey might beat everybody going to Kansas to play collegiate softball coming up here in the fall.
Yeah, and looking at some of those, you have those Iowa community colleges and those Kansas community college, those conferences out there. We've seen some athletes come here from North Dakota, and they've got some success and made their way back, either playing for NDSU, UND, or someone in the Summit League or even beyond. So that's just a very good opportunity for her to develop and continue on her academic career.
They're going to give Tori Olson 15 points there in the throwing competition. And there is a bunch of records as well in terms of these particular records, so we'll get to those a little bit later on. But right now, Carolyn Bodine from Velva Drake Adamus, a team that was able to get to the state tournament here this year. She's attending the University of North Dakota and pursuing a degree in nursing. For Bodine, will not be playing collegiate softball there. So many of her teammates from the West are doing so. First base net's been getting a workout so far, and we're just halfway done here from the West with their 5 throws. So far, 15 points for Olson, 13 points for Silbernagel, and 11 points for LaMotta. And then they'll watch their Eastern counterparts take this one, and that was a one-hop to finish the side here. And the West All-Stars are done with the infield competition. 7 points. So the West, Olson with 15, Silbernagel with 13, LaMotta with 11, and Bodine with 7. So right now, Tori Olson with 15 points, and she is first right now with how everything is going on in that category, followed by Silbernagel second with 13 points, LaMotta with 11, and Carolyn Bodine with 7 points. If you missed any of the coverage yesterday, you can go to yourliveevent.com for both games yesterday from Bismarck. Joel, after the infield throwing competition, anything in rhythm that you noticed at shortstop throwing across the diamond at home when you're going to that big net there, trying to get 5 points in the middle, 3 points if you get the net, then 1 point if you bounce it in?
I think it's just kind of, as hard as steady as you can, a little bit of reckless abandon. I think a couple of points were lost on maybe being a little bit more tentative, maybe trying to be a little bit more accurate. I just think my personal thing would be just heave hole right there. Like you said, you're not worried about the bounce, you're just worried about getting to that net.
And we saw our first one miss the net. Madeline Stengel from Grand Forks Central hit it right on the money the first time. Her second time went a little over, and also she's a lefty, so she's got her
I was going to say,
mover.
she might have a little bit of a disadvantage, I think, being a lefty. Might have to spot her just a couple points based on that.
And this one will be bouncing in net, so she's 3 of 4 so far here from Grand Forks Central. Madeline here, a final opportunity, steps into this one. That was her best throw right on the money. Grand Forks Central attending University of Jamestown for exercise science and the pre-physical therapy route, and will play softball there and will further her musical career as well. 10 points for Madeline and the East. Jillian Hurt from Hillsborough Central Valley. She'll be coming on here from HCV the Burros. She'll have her 5 tosses. Right now, the point total to beat is 15 from Tori Olson from Bismarck Legacy. If you finish first, 5 points goes to your team. Second, it's 3 points. And third, it's first place, as we have a little Alan Jackson belting on in the background here. As we'll have Jillian Hurt, her final throw across the diamond. Oh, that looked pretty good for Jillian Hurt. This might be our new points leader potentially, just from our advantage point up here. Oh, so close for Hurt. So we'll have 15 points with Hurt. So she is tied now with Olson. And if the next 2 players in Tori Olson or, Emily Hodel, or if Reagan Hansen are unable to beat 15 points, we will have a throw-off between Tori Olson and alongside Jillian Hurt. Hodel from Fargo Shanley, attending NDSU, majoring in mechanical engineering and minoring in theater arts, upcoming here in the fall. Her sister, Hannah Hodel, will be partaking in the Optimus All-Star Volleyball Series next week, Monday, Tuesday, here on Your Live Event. So Emily has a couple of throws already across the diamond, done a really nice job. That one was square right on the middle. Emily Hodel did a really nice job there for the East as well.
I do want to mention Mike Lowell is the one feeding the ground balls. I don't know if that's an advantage or disadvantage.
15 points for Emily Hodel there, so now we got a 3-way tiebreaker. Do you think Mike Lowell should really start speeding up the grounders, Joel, or adding a couple more hops to him?
He's had a very successful coaching career for that Hankinson co-op, so I'm not going to question his strategies.
See, I'm thinking Mike Lowell might be a good bowler, or what is the backyard game again? Was it croquet a little bit?
A bocce ball.
Bocce ball, yeah, bocce ball. I think I want Mike Lowell on my bocce ball team a little bit here. Here's Hanson from the Grafton Spoilers as she's coming on, attending NDSU to be a major in animal biomedical science and minor in business. She's going to be doing rodeo as well at NDSU that we learned yesterday talking to Reagan during our contest and our broadcast. A couple of right-handed throws, and that one's going to miss the top. And I think we're going to have a three-way tie heading into a throw-off here in a moment. So we know who our top three will be. It's going to be the points of Tori Olson, Emily Hodel, and Jillian Hurt. Hurt from HCV, Hodel from Shanley, and Olson from Bismarck Legacy. As Hanson
if you're
will have
looking
10
at
points, and so we're going to have two teams from the East and one from the West for a participant.
Said if you're looking for just pure team points, I think the East is going to make up a little bit of ground on how they finish in the running competition. It's been fun to see just, some of these girls, they've known each other, but competing together on their second day really as teammates, and they're, hey, we're going to win this for the West, we're going to win this for the East, so it's a good advantage for the East team-wise.
So they're going to throw this back a little bit as well for the shortstop, so we'll have a throw-off. So the only way that the East is unable to gain any points is if Tori Olson finishes in first place, because she would get 5 points, and then the most the East could get would be 4. So Olson trying to give the West a little bit more of an advantage on the opposite side. As Joel mentioned, hey, you like your odds with 2 from the East, 1 from the West to go, and we'll see if Mike Lowell speeds it up a little bit. Nope, he gives him the soft toss one more time. This one by Olson. Oh, that one was right down Broadway. That was a nice throw in deep short there for Olson. Here comes Jillian Hurt now. Hurt will have another opportunity to match. Hurt deep in short. This one's going to one hop, so we know she's at least in second. Can Hodel do any better than Olson to try to get first place? Hodel from Shanley. Good toss on the way. Oh, that one's awfully close. What's the going to be? We might get a throw-off one more time between Olson and Hodel, and we are.
This is like a shootout in the NHL.
So Hurt will take third place. Olson comes across, and speaking of a shootout, she put that one right between the wickets, 5-hole. Here's another opportunity by Hodel, trying to match one more time. Hodel goes stride for stride. Joel, if this is a shootout, I don't want it to end.
This is going to keep going. Don't blink.
They might have to make him throw in left field. Olson has another chance. That one was pretty good, right on the money one more time. Hodel, she has a third chance to try to match Olson. Can she do it? Hodel does, and she misses, so Hodel's going to take second. You're going to have Hurt taking third, which means the East are going to get 4 points, so they will have 7, and then 5 points here from the West. So it's now 11-7 West over the East. Joel, as much as we talked about the East doing really well, Tori Olson put all those right on the money when she had to here in the win or go home kind of do or die portion on our throw-off.
Yeah, we call those money players. That's a big money moment right there, and she came through when they needed her to with those throws. So
Tori Olson, the Sabres, Bismarck Legacy. So the West has taken first so far in everything that we've done, with Ashley Potter from Bismarck High taking the fastest runner, and then it's been the Capital City the second time around here with Tori Olson from Bismarck Legacy. So we're halfway through our skills competition. We have the outfield throwing competition coming up here, and then after that it's going to be the home run derby as well. So that's still what to come. For the West All-Stars, Lorelei McKeever from Glenvern, Avery Backus from Beulah, and Olivia Rederath from Washburn. On the opposite side here for the East All-Stars, it's Alex Fellner from Fargo Davies, her brother, alongside with Mackenzie Riss's brother from Des Lacs Burlington, Lewis and Clark, will be playing against each other in the Shrine Bowl coming up a week from Saturday. Thanks to Alex Fellner's mom for telling us that, by the way. Maddie Burcho from Kindred Richland, normally a catcher, but she's got a cannon. And then you're going to have Dannon Deagle here from Valley City as well. So we're going to get to our skills competition here in a moment, as we'll see what's going to be going on, as I think Joel Morgan right now is standing by with our winner here from Bismarck Legacy High School. And Joel, we're going to have you move to the right a little bit so we can have you come around the pole so we can see both you and Tori Olson here, and we'll toss it down to you, Joel.
Thank you. I was going to ask you which right, my right or your right. But, Tori, you win this one. It comes to the throw-off. I was telling Chase those are money competitors. What was going through your head when you went to that third round?
It's a pretty big target, and hopefully it'll be easy to hit.
What was the strategy that you had when you had to go a little bit deeper? What did you change from when you were in around second?
Pick a small spot on the net and aim for it.
It seems like it's been a fun couple days for you guys. What have you enjoyed the most about being part of the Scheels Softball All-Star Series?
Being able to come together from all the girls from the west side. It's really nice being able to meet somebody new and being able to play with them.
Yeah, I've noticed that everyone east and west, they're really pulling for team points in this individual competition. Odds were kind of stacked against you. It was 2 from the east, just you from the west to come through to get the big team points. How did it feel to come through? And obviously you won it, but your team got the points.
Felt a lot of pressure, but I felt like I just needed to go and do myself and just throw the ball.
All right, well, congratulations on winning the throwing contest, and I'll let you get back with your teammates and have some more fun.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, back to you, Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel. Tori Olson again from Bismarck Legacy here as we're starting to see our center field cam getting a pretty good workout in, I would say, across the way. Lorelei McKeever from Glenburn finished with 3 points her first time up. So the West is coming up first with Avery Backish. Just like the infield portion of the competition, they're going to get 5 throws, and then from there you score them the same way. Right down the middle is 5. Outside it's 3. If it bounces in, that's going to be 1. So this is, we kind of figured about 200 feet from left to right to center field. And right now where the home run derby is, the first line where Backus is about to throw is 125 feet. So they're going about 135 to 140 feet. As that one is able to one-hop, and that's probably going to be worth 3 points right there with Backus from Beulah. The Beulah Miners took 3rd place in the state tournament this past weekend in Fargo. Backus with a good toss. That one just going to miss. And Backus will be down to, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, her final throw right now. So Lorelei McKeever with Glenburn with 3 points. Backus here has a chance. This one is going to hit the net and go in there. So we'll see what the final line total here is for Backus in a moment. 4 points for Backus. So she is in the clubhouse, as they would say, with the lead, followed by McKeever second. Olivia Rederath from Washburn will come on here. Rederath kind of gives it the old adage crow hop. Might look like Joel Morgan trying to throw a javelin at times. I know I always had to have the crow hop a little bit trying to throw one down. Here's a second chance on the way for Rederath. Misses the first. Second one misses. Joel, is there any wind conditions down there that these girls from center field have to worry about playing the wind at all?
Just a little bit. I don't think not too much to hamper anything. Even when the breeze has picked up a little bit, I just think it's just planting those feet and muscling it through.
Rederath will have a couple more chances here. She's missed in terms of going to the right-hander batter's box. And like in bowling, she takes 2 big steps over, throws, and just like in bowling, you still can't get that one pin that you're looking for on the spare, just misses. So Rederath will have a chance. If she can put this one right through without on a bounce, she would be the leader. This one looks to be good. It takes a hop, and able to get on the board here is Olivia Rederath. That's the biggest thing right now, is just finding ways to get up on the board. As we'll have, I think, 1 point there for Olivia. So that is, 4 points by Backus, 3 points by McKeever, and Olivia Rederath will finish with 1. So right now, Alex Fellner from Fargo Davies High School. As Fellner misses on her first 2 opportunities, attending University of North Dakota for nursing. She was able to pitch yesterday to a very dangerous lineup from the West. Fellner, this one might be the best throw we've seen. That one, I don't even think it hopped in. I think that was right in the money there on the net. So Fellner will try to do it the second time as well. That looks awfully good. Fellner's got 2 so far through the net. She can put this one home. We know she'll be the clubhouse leader. Fellner coming through. Is it going to hit the net? Just mitches. And you hear the crowd moan a little bit as they were so close there for Fellner. 6 points for Fellner, so she is in the lead. So right now, a chance for the East with Maddie Burchell to get some more points here. Burchell, the lone senior for the Kindred Richland Vikings this season. Maddie Burchell going to be going to the Twin Cities to attend the University of Minnesota Twin Cities for biology. Joel, was science ever your best class, or was it something else? Because science, I never wanted to bring my report card home to my parents because science was never a good grade.
You're talking about a man who took astronomy and earth science twice.
Here's Maddie Burchell. This one looks pretty good. That one's going to be through. So Burchell, again, just trying to add a little bit more. Right now it's 1 from the east, 2 from the west. But Burchell, her throw coming across, going to hop as well. So add the more points here for the Kindred Richland Vikings.
I imagine she's thinking that that's a runner trying to go on to second base.
Well, you can see why she's got the cannon. She's just one-hopped everything, and she's hit the net 3 straight times on one hop. That's what you want to see. Maddie Burchell from Kindred Richland had a very nice display. 5 points for Burchell. So Fellner is first, followed by Burchell second. So this could be a chance for the East to get a clean sweep. If Dylan Deagle from Valley City can get 5 points or more, it will be a clean sweep from the East, and the East will really tack on some points here. Dylan first one on the way. Well, that's a great start. Attending North Dakota State University to pursue nursing. A lot of nurses, future nurses coming up here in this competition. That's 2 for 2 so far. Second one on the way here for Deagle. If this one holds, the West is going to find themselves trailing going to the home run derby competition. 3 throws, 3 on the net. Fourth one, that's going to hop and hit the net as well. And here's going to be the last opportunity. 9 big points up at stake here in this team competition, and that's going to hop and hit the net. So we'll see what they count here for Dylan Deagle. We know that Fellner from Davies will be 1, Maddie Burchell from Kindred Richland number 2, and Dylan Deagle, we'll see what she finishes with here to see if it's a clean sweep for the East or not. And it is an Eastern sweep. 9 points for Dylan Deagle. So Deagle will take first place here, followed by Fellner second and Burchell third. So now all of a sudden, you look, the West will still at 11 points. The East now will be at 16 points. What opportunity and competition there for the East. So taking first again, Dylan Deagle from Valley City, Alex Fellner from Fargo Davies second, and Maddie Burchell from Kindred Richland is going to be third. It's the home run derby now. So the home run derby, here's how it's going to go. As in straight away in the outfield, you see a little bit of a yellow line, and the yellow line is going to be worth 1 point if you can get it over that in the air at 125 feet. 165 feet will be 3 points. That's the second. And then if you're able to hit a home run, that'll be 5 points in terms of the total points. And then from there, you'll tally it up if you have 10 points, 11, or 12 to get to your particular first, second, or third. So again, Alex Fellner took first for the outfield throwing competition. Home run derby. Madison Glenke from West Fargo Cheyenne will partake in the East. Peyton Nelson from Central Cass and Sophie O'Husky from the West Fargo Packers. Logan Gromberg from Bismarck High, Andy Borchers from Mandan, and Jenna Fisher from Jamestown here, the home run derby. Right now it's 16-11. So if the East can just get, it doesn't matter which two, but if they can just get 2 to place, they will end up winning the team skills portion of the competition here. Still to come a little bit later on at 6 o'clock will be the game between the East and the West All-Stars. The West will be looking for the 2022 sweep, while the East will try to win one in their backyard here in Casselton at Scott Cos Field. The West All-Stars will get things going here first, as this is going to be Logan Gromberg here from Bismarck High. We saw her have a mean changeup here as well throughout yesterday as we get to our home run derby. And right now, let's toss it to Joel Morgan as the home run derby is going to start. But Joel, let's toss it down to you with our outfield throwing accuracy competition from Valley City High School, Dylan Deagle. Joel?
Yeah, we're talking with Dylan Deagle from Valley City. You come in, you went last, you were the anchor of the team. You get 9 points, you get the win. How good did that feel?
Great.
You guys were down going into that competition. You now lead with the home run derby left. How fun is it to have an extra way to compete for the East team and just kind of get together?
Obviously, West is softball dominant, so it's nice to just come on here and have fun and show everybody that the East has skill too.
What have you enjoyed so far about the last 2 days of this softball series?
I loved getting to know everybody. I knew of these players, but I didn't know them personally, and knowing that they're great people behind their great softball skills was so cool to see.
Well, you have the rest of the skills competition. You have a game coming up next, but what's the plan for you moving forward in the fall?
I am going to NDSU for nursing.
And I know you had two sisters who played for the Highliners. This game wasn't around when they were seniors, but I know you guys are competitive. You got to play in this game. Is that something you're going to use against them?
Oh, absolutely. All the time.
All right, well, thanks for being with us. Congratulations on winning the throwing contest.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Chase.
Thank you, Joel. Logan Gromberg has done so far is hit home run after home run after home run, except for that one. And she's peppered the scoreboard once or twice. That one going to be hit up the left field line foul. We got her down for 7 home runs here in the booth, which would be equivalent of 35 points. She goes 7 for 7 to start, and then her last 3 unable to get one out of the park, but 35 points. And us in the booth all said, look out on the very first home run. This is going to be Andy Brochures from Mandan coming up here.
I'm going to text Travis Lamar and the Booster Club and find out what their scoreboard budget is, because there's that thing's been hit pretty well with the talented Squirrels team already playing here, and now might get hit a few more times today.
Borcher's first pitch swinging. She hits one into left center field. That one's going to one-hop off the wall here from Mandan. This one is going to be hit up the left field line, and that one is going to be off a little bit. Second one, she'll have her chance to come on through here, as giving the BP here from the West All-Stars again is the head coach from Mandan High, and that is Mike Gustafson here for the Braves. This one is hit high in the air, but that one's going to fall shy. It will be, though, worth 1 point again, so you can get 1, 3, or 5 points depending on the distance that the softball travels. This one is going to be worth 3 points here. This is another hard hit softball, but to straightaway center, as that is now going to be hit on the ground. As the team score again 16-11, the East over the West, thanks in part to Thunderseed for providing today's scoreboard sponsorship. This one's going to be hit right up, but not going to be far enough. As we're getting down here for Andy, this is going to be her best hit. That one might go. That one's off the wall. Morshers will have another chance. This one is hit on a frozen rope to left, and that one's going to hit off the facing of the wall as well for Andy. So Logan Gromberg just with the 7 home runs. We know she had 35 points. 16 points for Andy. So she'll be in second right now, as you had Logan finish with 38 points. And now it's going to be Jenna Fisher, as they're going to walk off a little bit here of some of the softballs one more time. But the East All-Stars again lead at 16-11. Coming up, here will be Jenna Fisher from Jamestown, and then the East will have their cracks at it with Madison Glenkey from West Fargo Cheyenne, Peyton Nelson from Central Cass, and Sophie O'Husky from the West Fargo Packers. Stepping in the batter's box, Miss Fisher, heading from the Buffalo City to Grand Forks coming up here in the fall. This one is going to be hit on the ground for Fisher. A second one that is hit on the ground as well. Both teams are out. The teammates for the West out in the outfield shaking the softballs on the opposite side. The East All-Stars just kind of waiting the wings up the third base line. This one going to be hit on the line. We did see Fisher yesterday hit a home run, so she's got the ability, but right now just getting on top of the softball. This one is going to be hit in the air, and that's going to be a point here for Fisher.
Yeah, it's about the mental game. Obviously the skills are there. It's just don't get in your head. Just put down a good swing.
6 swings so far, 1 point. This one's hit high in the air to straightaway center field, and that's going to be worth some points, and that one is going to be worth 3 points. As this one's going to be hit on the line, and that is going to go out for a recorded out and no points. Fisher still with 2 more opportunities. That one's hit to right center field and flaring for a ground rule double. In a normal game, this will be worth 3 points, and this one is going to be hit on the ground to third, foul, and Fisher will have another swing. She sees this one come through. We'll see what the swing here is for Fisher. This one laced right back up the middle, but that'll do it. So Fisher is going to be done. She will be in third place. So Logan Gromberg from Bismarck High with those 7 home runs gave her 38 points. 7 points there for Fisher, and Borchers from Mandan in second with 16 points. So again, all that the East needs to do in terms of the total points is if they finish second, they will end up winning the team skills competition. But Logan Gromberg with 38 points broke the record at the home run derby as well. So we've seen some records fall so far here throughout yesterday in Bismarck and today in Casselton. So all that the East needs to do is at least finish second. If they can do that or finish second and third, they'll find a way to end up going on and winning the team skills competition. Madison Glinke, Peyton Nelson, and Sophie O'Husky. I just hope our center field camera's all right so far in straightaway center field as you really get a really nice bird's eye view from what we've been able to see so far here today with a plethora of cameras. So here's the Cheyenne product, Glenke. She hits one high, deep down the left field line, and that one's going to be, I'll see if it's fair or foul. If it's fair, that's going to be worth 3 points. This one is hit to straightaway center. That's worth 3 points. So Madison right now hits one on the ground. As Matt Chandler, the head coach of the Thompson Tommies, throwing the BP. And Mike Lowell again for the coaching staff here from the East. This one is hit high in the air to left center field, going to the track, and that one's going to one-hop the wall. But getting a little bit of rhythm right now, that's a line drive for a point, is Madison. Able to hit one to right center field. That's going to be in there for 1 point. Hit on the ground as well. Glenke from West Fargo, Cheyenne hits one high in the air. This one's to the track, to the wall, and off the wall as Krogstad just has to leap out of the way there at the last moment so she doesn't get hit by the ball. Not too many swings left here for the West Fargo Cheyenne product. Heading to the University of North Dakota to pursue a degree in nursing as well. Excuse me, that's actually the 17 from the West in Bodine. Madison Glenke is going to attend the College of St. Scholastica. She'll be getting her nursing degree there and also playing softball for the Saints. We'll see the final total. 13 for Madison. So Madison able to finish with 13 points, which is third right now. Peyton Nelson, well, she hit some home runs at Theraldson Park on Friday and Saturday, the walk-off home run against Renville County. Then she hit the scoreboard in straightaway center field, a 250-foot jack. That would have been on Saturday. So far with a couple of three-point varieties. Peyton Nelson hits one high in the air again, and that's going to be enough for 1 point. Nelson hits one on the ground. Nelson trying to get a little bit of a groove. This has popped up so far. No one's been Logan Gromberg from Bismarck High and broke a record with 38 points, 7 straight homers. Nelson hits one high in the air. This looks to be the three-point variety. It is. Nelson hits another one high in the air. This one could be close to 3 points, just missing for a 1. Nelson hits another one high in the air. It's all about productivity right now for Nelson. That's in there for a point. Just hasn't quite got the line drive, got the high lofting variety. This one is high, hit in the air. Look out for the scoreboard. That one's going to one-hop off the wall for 3 points. So Logan Nelson was productive. We'll see if she can surpass the 16 points of Andy, and she's going to be unable to do so. So Morshers from Mandan with 16 points, Peyton Nelson with 15 points. So right now you have the West 1, 2, and then the East 3. If that holds here, that would mean the West would finish with 19 points on our Thunder Seed scoreboard, while the East would finish with 17 points. So Husky at least needs to get into second place here and get by Borchers with 16 points. If she can get 17, the East will win the skills competition. Sophia Husky from the West Fargo Packers here, always a story program. First pitch, and she lays off on one that hits one up the right field line foul. Going to VCSU to continue her softball career in the fall. That's going to be worth 3 points here for Husky. This one's going to be hit on the line, just a matter of how far it gets past 165, so that's 6 points so far for Husky. If she can just continue to do that for an average, she'll be in second place. Husky sees one come through. This one is hit high and deep in the air to left center field, way back, and that's gone! A home run for a Husky. 5 points on that one, now at 11. Husky going to have an out, so 5 pitches in, 2 outs and 11 total points. But she's on pace to finish second and give the East the team title. This one, look out, scoreboard, way back, gone and over the scoreboard. Husky showing her skills here in Casselton. Husky, another one, line drive shot. That's a point, so 6 points for her last 2 swings. And Husky going to put the East on her back here in this softball competition as that one is hit down the left field line, and that's gone. A second home run here for Husky, and the East will take the team title here in the Scheels competition. It was close, came right down to the final batter as Husky wants another one. Did she get it? Yes, sir. Husky hits one high and deep for her 3rd home run. I just want to see a home run derby between her and Logan Gromberg right now going. Here's another one. This is hit high in the air to left center field. Doesn't have enough. Yes, a homer. 4 home runs for the West Fargo Packer product, and she will finish in 2nd place. So Logan Gromberg from Bismarck High will be 1st, followed by Sophie Husky in West Fargo 2nd, and Borchers from Mandan 3rd. So you add it up, 17 total points for the West, and you're going to have 19 total points for the East. 33 points for Husky, so she will have the 2nd all-time record, while Logan Gromberg from Bismarck High will have the all-time record with 7 home runs and 38 points as well. But the championship is going to go to the East, 19-17. Joel, got some pretty good softball hitters down there, particularly between Husky and also Logan Gromberg that we're able to see, especially Logan. She was in a rhythm, 7 hits and 7 straight homers able to hit across the fence.
Yeah, as I said, when it comes to a hitting competition like this, it's about the mental side of it, and it's about trusting your skills, getting into that rhythm. And we saw Husky and Gromberg both just get into the rhythm, and it was some very good piece of hitting there to close things out.
I'll let you go. Maybe track down a particular batter, Joel, if someone is close for you here. Is still to come again in the Scheels Softball All-Star Series will be the game number 3 that's scheduled for 6 o'clock a little bit later on, so over an hour from right now because the skills competition is done. So let's recap how we got to this point. Fastest runner went to Ashley Potter from Bismarck High. The infield throwing accuracy went to Tori Olson for Bismarck Legacy. The outfield throwing accuracy went to Dylan Deagle of Valley City, and the home run derby is Logan Gromberg here of Bismarck High. And then we'll have a award ceremony as well a little bit later on. So again, fastest runner, Ashley Potter from Bismarck High. Tori Olson, the infield throwing accuracy champ. Outfield throwing accuracy champ goes to Dylan Deagle of Valley City. And then the home run derby champ goes to Logan Gromberg of Bismarck High. So those are your champs here for the skills competition. Still to come, the West and the East in the All-Star game. Game number 3. Game number 1 went to the West by a final of 12-8. Game number 2 also went to the West yesterday by a final of 11-5. So we will continue with our coverage here on your live event. That'll be about an hour from now at 5:45 for our pregame show as we get you ready for game number 3 and the final here of the All-Star Series. Until then, we'll go back to our opening credit slide here and get to game number 3 upcoming here on your live event in Casselton.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to irieinsurance.com.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrant, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
1-2. Swung on and miss. Fuchs
Coming in right side, Sip. Goes down to the slide and gets it.
Nelson's going to take off on the pitch. Switches it called. Strike 3. Anderson.
West Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is not in time.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And back at Scott Koss Field here in Casselton, North Dakota, it's game number 3 of the North Dakota Scheels All-Star Softball Series, here on your live event. Chase Miller alongside Preston Duville, Joe Morgan, and Mark Forsyth here with you throughout today's broadcast. Earlier in our broadcast, we had the skills competition, and now we get to game number 3. And game number 1 yesterday in Bismarck. Story in game number 1 was Taya Hoffoff of Dickinson High. She went 3 of 4 with 3 runs scored and 4 ribbies on 3 home runs hit, and the West 12-8 win over the East. And then in game number 2, it was a Bismarck High Demon. Logan Gronberg went 2 of 2 with a run scored, 4 runs driven in, also 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, and had 5 strikeouts as well. And she had some fun with Addie Wagner throwing a couple of those off-speed pitches, and Addie kind of chuckled back at her and said, "I don't really want to see that again," and then she threw it at her one more time. That's what makes it a lot of fun during the All-Star Series as we have here. So the team skill competition went to the East earlier today, but the East trying to pick up a win here over the West. There's a couple players from the West not going to be competing here in this third game in Casselton. So the last 5 meetings, though, between the East and the West, the last 5 have been won by the West, and they lead an all-time series of 7-5. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. That again is irieins.com for all of your insurance requests. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. Still to come here, we'll get to our starting lineups and the opening pitch between the East and the West All-Stars. Also on top of that, we'll recap what happened in the skills competition a little bit later on, and we'll get you ready for what the rest of the summer has to bring for All-Star games as well. But again, this is our Irie Insurance pregame show. Overcast skies, but not too bad. It's in the low 70s. Yesterday in Bismarck, it barely cracked a 60 degrees, so this kind of feels a little bit more like summer. Nice crowd on hand here in Casselton as well. We'll take a quick time out. We're back after this. We'll get to starting lineups around the corner here on your live event.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
So even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.
Let's get to our starting lineups here on our Irie Insurance pregame show for the West and the East. The West are going to be the visitors on the scoreboard here in Casselton. Yesterday, they were the home team out in Bismarck. The West will go like this. Tori Olson at right field from Bismarck Legacy. Mackenzie Ritz from Des Lacs Burlington. Lewis and Clark Ritz will be in left field. Her brother will be competing in the Shrine Bowl a week from Saturday in Mayville. Logan Gromberg, the designated player from Bismarck High School, had a couple of nice strikeouts again yesterday. Also some nice hits in game number 2. Ashley Potter from Bismarck High. She's the speed demon. She won the all around the base pass, the speed competition earlier today. Jenna Fisher from Jamestown will be batting 5th and in the first base slot. Meg Silbernagel will be the shortstop from Hart River here. And then you have Haley Lamata from Harvey Wells County, the pitcher. Lamata here. Carolyn Bodine, the Velva Drake Animus Aggies, the second baseman. Lorelei McKeever from Glenburn, the catcher. And Olivia Rederath, the flex position here for the West. So Olson, Riss, Gromberg, Potter, Fisher, Silbernagel, Lamata, Bodine, McKeever, and Rath. The coaches for the West All-Stars here, Amanda McKay from Dickinson, Mike Gustafson from Mandan, and Peggy Pearson from Des Lacs Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. And it looks like today the two coaches from the West will be both Mike and Peggy. For the East All-Stars, they're going to go like this. Riley Holzer, a catcher from Central Cass, playing on this home diamond one more time. Addie Wagner from Fargo South High School will be in center field. Dylan Deagle, the first baseman from Valley City, will be batting 3rd. Madison Glenke, the third baseman shortstop from West Fargo Cheyenne. Sophie O'Husky will be playing at second base here from West Fargo, batting 5th. Peyton Nelson in the circle for Central Cass, the catcher, batting 6th. Maddie Burchill from Kinder Richland, the left fielder, 7th. Madeline Stengel from Grand Forks Central, the right fielder, batting 8th. And Reagan Hansen, the catcher from Grafton, batting 9th. So Holzer, Wagner, Deagle, Glenke, O'Husky, Nelson, Burchill, Stengel, and Hansen here for the East All-Stars. 7 innings of high school softball is what is scheduled here from Scott Cos Field, the third and final day of the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. And I would like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here throughout yesterday in Bismarck and today as well in Casselton. And also make sure coming up here, we're going to get to the North Dakota Shrine Bowl a week from Saturday in partnership with our friends at Three Borders Sports Network. Next week, Monday and Tuesday, it's the Optimus Volleyball All-Star Series. Those games will be for you here on your live event as well. Then in July, we'll have some basketball with the Lions All-Star Basketball Series in Fargo and Bismarck. So that's what's to come here as part of our Summer All-Star festivities on your live event. Then don't want to say it because we're just getting into summer, but it's going to be a little over 2 months, just under 3, before volleyball and football and the fall season officially is upon us. It's the West All-Stars and the East All-Stars here as they're talking with the coaches behind home plate here one more time, just making sure everything is in order here as we'll get to the starting lineups in a moment. But right now, why don't we take a step aside here before the national anthem and the lineups here on the field. We come back, we'll put a bow on what happened a little bit earlier in Game 1 and Game 2 one more time yesterday here on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Let's take a look at what happened in the skills competition earlier today. The fastest runner again is Ashley Potter from Bismarck High. The infield throwing accuracy, well, that went to Tori Olson in a throw-off from Bismarck Legacy from Tori Olson. The outfield throwing accuracy, that went to Dylan Deagle from Valley City. And the home run derby went to Logan Gromberg from Bismarck High, belting out 7 home runs, a skills competition record here in the Softball All-Star Series. That's what was earlier today here in Castleton. Game number 1 yesterday, 5 home runs by the West All-Stars. The East led 5-1 entering the bottom of the second inning, but then 2 runs in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the second, a fourth, 1 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth for the West All-Stars in their 12-8 win yesterday. And again, Tara Hoffoff from Dickinson High was the story with 3 home runs. And the game number 2 for the West, they came out and scored 5 runs in the first inning, 9 of their 11 in the first 2 innings. They won 11-4 over the East. And the Weber had herself a nice game, though. She hit a home run for the East and went 1 of 3 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. But in the West, Logan Gromberg also went 3 innings in a circle with 5 strikeouts and 1 base on balls. So that's what happened yesterday in game number 1 and game number 2. If you missed any of the action, you can go online to yourliveevent.com. That's go online to yourliveevent.com or search Your Live Event on YouTube. As they're continuing to go over the rosters here, the East All-Stars are yet to be announced. The West All-Stars up the first base line wearing their blue tops. The East All-Stars, they're going to be in their red tops here, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll get you ready for the first pitch, which we're going to be pretty much right on schedule. We were scheduled to get going at 6 o'clock here this afternoon. Joel Morgan will be joining us as well. Would like to thank Mark Forseth for doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work as our Rogue PIP that we like to call him as a nickname a little bit here. Preston DeVille, Chase Miller with you here in Castleton. A gorgeous venue like we saw yesterday in Bismarck. An all-turfed infield and outfield, the same here where you got 200 to center, both to left and right field respectively here. So Riley Holzer, Addie Wagner, and Dylan Deagle here for the East will lead things off on the opposite side for the West. It'll be Tori Olson, Mackenzie Rist, and Logan Gromberg here for the West. So the West will be looking for the 3-game series sweep. The East will be looking to win the game number 3 after winning the skills competition as well. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to IrieINS.com. That again is IrieINS.com. Still to come, the first pitch between the West All-Stars and the East All-Stars in Casselton. This is the Scheels Softball All-Star Series on your live event.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offering a full golf course, 9 holes, and a driving range. You'll find great opportunity with membership rates and great rates to enjoy the round of golf, whether you're walking or riding at the Goose River Golf Course in Hillsboro. Learn more at thegooseriverdolfcourse.com.
Congratulations to Hillsboro's Central Valley softball first baseman Jillian Hurt on being selected to the North Dakota Softball All-Star Team. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools and borough teammates are proud to have you representing your schools and community. Thanks for being a borough. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools wish all families a safe and fun summer. All students are encouraged to participate in their school and community events.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Chase Miller, Joel Morgan, and Preston DeVille with you here for our three-man crew. Thanks to Mark Forsyth, again, doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work. This is the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. Throughout the day, got a little bit more cloudy skies, overcast skies here. Temperatures in the low 70s, but not too bad of conditions, particularly talking about the wind. It's not too shabby today. Casselton, the West will be batting first. The East, the home team, always before this. Scott Cosfield, one of the defending Central Cash champions in the 2022 Class B championship. Also, Class A, that goes up to Bismarck High. Dickinson High, 7-6. Named senior athlete of the year, Class B championship. Wilson from Central Cass was named senior athlete of the year, and we will see both of them in competition here tonight as well. So that's what's on store for you in the final game of high school softball as we put the closing chapter here on the 2022 season with the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. It's the West and the East, and the center field camera looks awfully nice yet again. Thanks to Preston and Joel for putting that one out and doing some of the work earlier today. Peyton Nelson in the circle, Tori Olson from Legacy, Mackenzie Riss from Des Lacs Burlington, Lewis and Clark, and Logan Gronberg here from Bismarck High to bat in the top third of the lineup here for the West. Opening pitch here by Peyton Nelson in the center circle is officially at 6:01, and it's a first pitch that's going to be hit to short right field. And there is a Husky for one down now here in the top of the first inning. So a pop out to the second baseman here, as now it's Mackenzie Riss from Des Lacs Burlington, Lewis and Clark. Her Lakers able to make the state tournament for a 6th consecutive season in Class B. First pitch is hit foul, now 0-1. Maddie Burchell is in left field. You have Wagner in center and Stengel in right. Deagle in first base, so Husky made the play at second. 0-1 offering on the way. This one will miss for a ball, now 1-1. Holzer at short with Glenke at third and Hansen behind the plate. Mike Lowell, the head coach, alongside with Matt Chandler here, the coaches for the East All-Stars. Mike Lowell from the Hinkinson Co-op Pirates, Matt Chandler from the Thompson Tommies. 1-1 pitch is missed out of the zone, now 2-1. Crazy to think of how this softball series has grown, but also the softball in general in the state of North Dakota over the past decade plus. 2-1 pitch is fouled, and that'll be right over us. Look out in the concession stands. That'll be 2-2. If you missed any part of our coverage yesterday, you can go to yourliveevent.com or search Your Live Event on YouTube for game number 1 and game number 2 of the series. 2-2 pitch. This one is hit in the air, and that's left center's field, and that's going to split the gap. Addie Wenger there at the track, rounding first. On her way to second is Mackenzie Riss with a one-out double, and the West gets things going early here in the first inning. As Gronberg will come on now. Gronberg from Bismarck High, your home run derby champ. She just was in a zone, and we'll see if that continues here. Gronberg, you take a look at her helmet. She's got a lot of, I guess you could say, pride stickers on there for Bismarck High for the Demons. This one will miss in for Peyton Nelson. Now 0-1. Nelson part of that 1-2 combination for the Squirrels and Tori Richter this season in the circle for head coach Scott Koss in their state title win. 1-0 pitch on the way. This one's going to be hit on the ground. A number that gets to left field. Burchell is there. Going up 60 feet is going to be Riss. Now you'll have runners at the corners. So 2 on so far here for Bismarck High. As now it's Ashley Potter. A fellow Demon will be batting cleanup here for the West. Potter playing center field here in game number 3. Runners at the corners, Rist at third. At first is Gromberg, and now it's going to be Ashley Potter to the plate. This one in there for a strike. The runner goes down to second with an uncontested throw, so runners in scoring position. Now as Potter falls behind the count. No balls and 1 strike. West 2-0 so far here in this series. This one is going to be hit, and that's going to be to the second baseman. Husky goes home instead. Possibly thought there might have been a force. Instead, the run will come in, and staying put was going to be Gromberg at second. Riss comes in to score, and Ashley Potter gets aboard here. And now it's 1-0 West. So Peyton Nelson comes in and has runners at first and second against Jenna Fisher. Fisher will see one that'll be on the outer part of the plate for a ball. Now 1-0. Fisher, the Jamestown High product here for the Blue Jays, will be playing first base here tonight to start things off. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one is laced to straightaway center field. Wagner is there. Wagner bluffs the throw. Everybody goes up 60 feet. Gromberg now at third base. Potter at second. Fisher at first. And this is a do-over of what we saw yesterday for the West All-Stars. Getting going early in terms of hitting. And all of a sudden, bases are loaded here as Silbernagel will be stepping up to the plate. Meg from Heart River has a chance to open this up a little bit early on here in the first inning. Takes a close pitch. 1-0. Coming up, Meg will be attending Dickinson State University upcoming in the fall. Will be a Blue Hawk. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Not going through the zone, but it's a strike anyway. Now 1-1. Batter number 6 to the plate here against Peyton Nelson as the West leads at 1-0 on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. 1-0 pitch is hit to right field. It's an opposite field single. Coming in to score is going to be Gromberg. Potter on her high horse as well. And it's a 2 RBI single here for Silbernagel. And now it's the West that leads at 3-0. Fisher goes first to third, and Meg is able to get a base knock here. And for the West All-Stars, that's 5 consecutive batters that have reached as it's 3-0 as Haley LaMotta from Harvey Wells County will step in. The opposing pitcher here in game number 3 takes a strike at a late steal here by Meg as she scampers to second. Haley will be a pitcher here for the West. Pitching a little bit for the East. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. This one's going to be hit on the ground and past the third baseman, Glenke. Coming in to score is going to be Fisher. Runners at the corners. A RBI single for LaMotta, and it's now 4-0 West. Silbernagel able to go first to third. So our Thunder Seat scoreboard has been kept busy so far here on the top of the first inning. LaMotta RBI single, runners at the corners. Here is Carolyn Bodine from Velvet Drake. Animus will take a strike. Batter number 8 here so far of the inning. It started with a 1-pitch pop out to second baseman Husky from Olsen, but since then everyone's got aboard for the West. Good block there by Hanson. The runner will stay put at first in LaMotta. Also, Thunder Seed, they put their crop in every spring, and they take it out every fall just like you. They would never sell you seed before testing it out in their own fields first. Thunder Seed first in the field. Check out their website at thunderseed.com. That's thunderseed.com. This time the runner will go from first to second base, and an easy jaunt there for LaMotta on a Tuesday afternoon. Runners will be at second and third. It's 2 balls, 1 strike here to Bodine, and Nelson has to continue to work out of a pickle. 2-1 pitch. This one is foul back to the netting, and we'll keep it now at 2-2. Riley Holzer, Peyton Nelson, part of the Central Cass Squirrels here, playing one last time on a Scott Koss field here in Casselton. Lorelei McKeever due up next here, and that'll be the 9th batter of the plate here in the top of the first inning before the East even tries to come up and hit the base softball. This one's going to be hit foul down the third base line. We'll keep it at 2-2. So Bodine from Velvet Drake Animus. The Aggies made the state tournament out west. A productive state tournament to boot as well. Did Bodine, a standout player. 2-2 pitch on the way. This one is me grounded back to the backstop, and we'll do it all over again. Speaking just how good of some of these players have been, we've seen here in this West in terms of Class B All-State selections. Mackenzie Riss from Delax Burlington, Lewis and Clark. Eddie Delgeier from Beulah, just some of those. Swung on and misses. Nelson gets the second out, her first strikeout. But right now there's 2 down and 2 on here for the West. As that'll be Lorelei McKeever now, the Glenburn catcher. So McIver here will take a strike. It's now 0-1. Take a look at McIver. Tenny Monad State and going to play basketball coming up, so she'll be playing D2 NSIC hoops, and NSIC has gotten awfully well in recent years. This one will be low for a ball, and that'll be 1-1. So staying a little bit closer to home there for Lorelei from Glenburn. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Runners at second and third. Silbernagel at third base. LaMotta at second. 1-1 pitch on the way from Nelson. That one out of the zone to the backstop off a Hansen's glove. Hansen flips it to Nelson. Not in time. As coming in to score is Silbernagel. It's now 5-0 West. LaMotta will take third base. As now it's 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs now to the number 9 batter here in the West lineup. As the West trying to get Tori Olson back up to the plate. 2-1 pitch upcoming here as the East has found themselves in a hole to start this contest off. However, this half inning ends. It's now 3-1. So Nelson will look back into the catcher here of Hansen. 3-1 pitch on the way to Lorelei. She'll hit one, and that's on a screw, but right to Holzer at short, and that's how we'll retire the side. A line drive to the shortstop, and that'll retire the side. 5 runs on 6 hits. There was no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's the East coming to bat here, down by 5 on our Thunder Seat scoreboard on your live event.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
Chase Miller with you here on our North Dakota Scheels Softball All-Star Series game number 3. Joe Morgan roaming the sidelines. You have Preston doing a little bit of everything behind the scenes here as well. Thank you very much for allowing your live event to come into your home here tonight. Again, still very busy month of June with the Schreibel 11-man, 9-man game with Three Borders Sports Network coming up next week, the Optimist Volleyball Series. We've had interviews throughout yesterday and today, brought to you in part by Hillsboro EDC. Visit growhillsboroND.com. That's growhillsboroND.com. There's more at exit 104, and also you can see some interviews in the Optimist Volleyball Series, brought to you in part, that fine sponsor as well, on our YouTube page by searching your live event on YouTube. And you can check out a lot of interviews coming up here in the next couple of days there as well. Riley Holzer, Addie Wagner, Dylan Deagle here for the East, as they will be coming up here. And Riley Holzer, the shortstop from Central Cass, batting leadoff here, and we'll see where she's able to go as we're going to have the pitcher on the way. This one is going to miss for a ball, now 1-0. LaMotta in the circle here as McIver, is catching. Olson in right field. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Holzer. This one misses for a ball, now 2-0. Potter from Bismarck High in center field. In left field, it's Mackenzie Riss from Delac Burlington. 2-0 pitch on the way to Holzer as LaMotta will look in. This one is hit on the ground to the third baseman. Batting that one, going across the diamond in time for the out. Nice play, staying with it there from third. And that's the third baseman here, as that's going to be an out. So one down now as Addie Wagner will be stepping up, 5-3 on the put-out.
Yeah, Chase, is worth noting Potter in center because she is the fastest on this entire tournament from home to home.
She won that earlier in the skills competition. As we're The flex is Rederath again at third base. This one is fouled back by Wagner. Now it's 0-1. Nice job by Rederath staying with that one after batting it down and keeping it to go. Bodine is going to be at second base to start here for the West All-Stars. Alongside her, it's Fisher again from Jamestown. She's at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way by LaMotta. This one will run in, and is it going to hit Wagner? They say yes, it will. So Wagner hit by pitch, and she will take first base here for the first runner of the contest on board here for the East. As Dylan Deagle will come on. Playing shortstop here is Silbernagel for the West All-Stars. LaMotta looks in, and the pitch on the way, the righty to Deagle. This one is going to miss for a ball. Now 1-0. Speaking of the skills competition, Joel, you had a chance to speak with Dylan earlier as well. She was the outfield throwing champ from Valley City High School, a program that's had a lot of really good success in the EDC in recent years. 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll miss for a ball. Now it's 2-0.
Yeah, the East won the skills competition. It was the top 3 finishers in throwing came out of the East. I think that was a big get for them and helped them along the way in the home run derby. So, you know, she was put her team in front, and they were able to stay in front in the competition. She was very excited about that opportunity.
2-0 pitch to Deagle. That'll miss outside. Now 3-0.
And that's been the fun thing, Chase, is, you know, we were with this yesterday afternoon, going out to Bismarck and getting ready to go for that game. And to see these players, and they've known each other playing against each other, but really become teammates over the last 24 hours has been fun to see.
This one's going to be in there for a strike. Deagle thought it was a ball. And now 3-1. Yeah, making memories. That's what you want during the all-star festivities like this. Good-looking crowd on tap as well. A lot of people bringing their lawn chairs up the left and right field side, and the infield here with the grandstand getting fuller and fuller by the minute. 3-1 pitch is hit on the line. LaMotta dropped it for a second. Now they're going to try to get to second to see if there's going to be an out there, and there is. So LaMotta caught it, then dropped it, stayed with it. They got the lead runner out at second, Wagner. Then they threw it to Deagle on the double play. So maybe LaMotta playing chess while everyone's playing checkers right there, able to turn 2. No runs, no hits, there was no errors, and no one left on base, and any complete on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. It's 5-0 West over the East on your live event.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13. Kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
As we continue here on the Scheels Softball All-Star Series, Olsen, Rist, and Gromberg here, the top of the order, second time through against Peyton Nelson in the second inning on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. This one will miss outside for Nelson. Now Olsen is ahead in the count 1-0 after popping out to a Husky at second base on the first pitch of the contest back at 6:01. Here is the 1-0 offering. This one is hit high in the air. Going back is Wagner to the track, to the wall, and that ball is gone. A deep, towering fly ball to center. Tori Olsen delivers the goods with a solo home run to begin the second inning, and it's all West with a 6-0 lead on our Thunder Seat scoreboard.
I think she becomes now the third hitter from the East with multiple home runs in this series because she got one yesterday.
The West is just continuing to dominate right now. Tori Olsen from a Bismarck legacy, and you kind of go back to what we saw yesterday. It's been the long ball. 5 home runs in game number 1. Olsen, Fisher, and Hoffoff from Dickinson. She hit 3, and then Hoffoff hit another one a double in game number 2. But in the second game, it was Silbernagel, Mortensen, and Gromberg. So, Joel, I think the West All-Stars, they've just been able to show their prowess from the plate so far here through this second and a half game.
Yeah, they've hit well during the games. Ironically enough, the hitting derby, the champions in that one were the East. So
this one going to be fouled back to the netting now, 1-1. And the West might say, yeah, but we're missing a couple of girls that did not make the trip from Bismarck here to the eastern side of the state, nor did the head coach from Dickinson as well. But these are just some of the things. Sometimes you have obligations already on your schedule before you get nominated to certain things, whether it's a family. I know at the end of the year, a lot of high schools do a team awards for the spring. So Amanda Mickey, alongside with her a couple of her players in Mortensen, alongside Hoffoff, are not here playing for the West in this one. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Mackenzie Rist, who doubled to get things going here for the West All-Stars, and she was part of a line that had 6 straight West All-Stars reach first, a base at least in terms of a single, if not even a double. 3-1 pitch on the way by Nelson. This one is hit right back to Peyton Nelson, and while Nelson drops that one in the circle, she would like a double play, but that will only be 1 instead. 1 down now here in the second inning.
yeah, I've seen both pitchers make great plays. We saw one in the top half of this inning, now seeing one, in the bottom half of last inning, now in the top half of this one. And Chase, you talked about other commitments that athletes had who participated in day one. Let's talk about the parents. How many miles some of these parents have put on. You know, we have a player from Beulah. Beulah plays in the state tournament in Fargo. You go back to Beulah, and then you go out to Bismarck, and then you make the trip back out this way, and then you go back home on top of all of that.
Yeah, it's not like gas is at $5 a gallon to, keep it easy on the families either on top of it. So Gromberg right now, she would like to hit one deep out to the ballpark, as it's going to be, this one is hit on the ground, and Holzer does a really nice job at short. Oh, what a play by Riley Holzer, the squirrel, able to get down on a knee, backhand the ball. She's got a smile a country mile wide right now as Gromberg hit that one on the screws. It's 2 down now here in the second inning.
Maybe a little bit of playing to the home crowd here, Chase. There's a good amount of Central Cass fans out here.
Hey, I would play to any crowd, specifically the home crowd as well. This one, a lazy fly ball to Stengel in right field, and a nice inning for Peyton Nelson. There was a solo home run by Tori Olson. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. An inning and a half complete on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. The West has stretched out the lead a little more, up by 6.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
New pitcher into the game here now is going to be Silbernagel from Hart River. The Cougars in the circle. Lamada goes 1 inning, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. So we'll get to some of the new players that are going to be in a different spot here for the West in a moment. McIver is behind home plate. Then you're going to have Fisher at first base, Bodine at second. Olson goes from right field to short, as staying at third base here is going to be Rederath. Rist in left, Potter in straightaway center still, and then you're going to have Lamada, it looks like, now in right, and that is what we have. So there's the defensive adjustments here, as it's Glenke, O'Husky, and Nelson, the 4, 5, and 6 batters here in a lineup. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Madison upcoming. Probably Cheyenne program, and it's crazy to think that West Fargo is going to have another high school at varsity sports next season with West Fargo High School. That's been an area that's just continued to boom, as this one is hit right back up the middle. And for the West All-Stars, they have their first hit of the ball game. Madison Glenke here from West Fargo Cheyenne gets aboard, and Silbernagel gives up a hit. And now Sophie O'Husky from West Fargo, the other part of the town, will be coming to the plate. Horace High School in the fall will have a varsity football and volleyball program. Then in the winter, they will have their own basketball girls and boys team still competing and going to be a co-op with Cheyenne in a majority of their sports. But 5-10 years down the road, we're going to see Horace High School have their own softball, baseball, any type of thing that they have enough numbers for. They're going to have hockey, wrestling, you name it. And that's going to be fun to see in Class A and the EDC as well. But right now, a Husky got the first out of the game, works ahead in the count now 2-0. That's the cool thing about these all-star games as well, is you just get certain places where you can get rival players actually competing together for a change instead of against each other. Sometimes they do so on the travel circuit. This one is blocked in the dirt. Staying put is Madison at first as Husky 3-0. So the West right now leads 6-0. The big blast off of Olsen in center field that just kept carrying and almost hit our camera, by the way. That was close. 3-0 pitch. That one in there for a strike, now 3-1. Still to come on our post-game show. We'll get to our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. We'll hear from one of the players on the victorious side as well. Joe Morgan will have a chance to talk with one of our players, maybe not two. 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, now 3-2. So Silbernagle right now finds herself in a little bit of a jam, not anything too big, but if she throws a ball here, all of a sudden you have runners at first and second with a dangerous Peyton Nelson in the circle. Here's the payoff pitch by the righty. This one will run in and one hop the catcher, and now will be runners at first and second. So Peyton Nelson will be coming up to the plate here. The outfield will play her a little bit to pull, infield as well. Here's the pitch on the way to Nelson. Nelson takes a strike, now 0-1. Peyton had a really good second inning after the home run, 3 up, 3 down afterwards to get out of the second. 7 innings, high school softball here is what's scheduled. Runners at first and second base. Nelson with the 0-1, and she will see a ball out of the zone, now 1-1. Mentioned about the facility we're at yesterday in Bismarck. This is equally as impressive in Casselton as well, with the grandstand and dugouts. 1-1 pitch. Nelson gave it a good swing through the zone, missed. Now it's 1-2. Here at this complex, you have the track and field, football field behind us, a baseball that currently has a Legion game going on. What we've seen with so many athletic complexes, it's more than one facility. 1-2 pitch on the way. That one, a rise ball up in the zone, and Silbernagle gets the punch out. Her first out here in relief. One down now in the bottom of the second inning. Maddie Burchell from Kindred Richland, the left fielder here, will come to the plate for the Vikings and the East All-Stars. Pitch upcoming to Burchell. She'll take this one for a strike, now 0-1. Maddie Burchell, I asked her before we went on the interview, I said, what was it like being the only senior on a team? You had a lot of freshmen and sophomores, kind of the elder statesmen. This one is it high in the air. This one will be in the infield, though, as Olsen calls everybody off, and there's the infield fly rule, now 2 down. And Maddie Burchell goes, it was a lot of fun. They treated me well. I treated them well, and, really wouldn't change anything. She kind of said, they just felt like teammates and schoolmates like you normally would. So that was fun to hear. So the lefty, Madeline Stengel from Grand Forks Central, will step up to the plate. And she will take a ball. That will be 1-0. So in this second inning, Glinke was able to get to first base with a single. At second now via the walk from O'Husky, who still stands at first. A strikeout with Nelson, a pop-out with Burchell, and now Silbernagle's 1 out away from getting out of this pickle, and this one's foul back to the netting. It'll be 1-1. Reagan Hansen from Grafton is due up next, the catcher in her catcher's gear. For the West All-Stars in the top of the third inning, they have Fisher, Silbernagle, and Lamada. The 4, make that 5, 6, and 7 batters are scheduled due up. 1 ball, 1 strike on the way from Silbernagle. This one misses in the zone, now 2-1. Something in softball that's fun to see, too, is the elevation. We talk about baseball with the curveball, with the slider. You talk rise ball in softball, and then all of a sudden you drop a changeup on you that seems like it's rising, but it comes down as this is going to get past the catcher. Runners will move up 60 feet. Linke will be at third base, so Husky now at second. It's a 3-1 count here as the East All-Stars trying to get on the Thunder Seat scoreboard for the first time here on this Tuesday night. Silbernagle, the 3-1 pitch on the way. This one is hit high in the air down the left field line. Wrist is giving it a chase, but she runs out of real estate, and He had a fan kind of say, hey, I got to get off my lawn chair for a second. She's having a smile and a chuckle down the left field line because she left either a fellow, either sister or maybe a cousin or just another friend, vulnerable down the left field line because she scattered and the other friend stayed put. 3-2 pitch. This one's going to be out of the zone, out of the catcher's glove. It will be a walk, and bases are loaded now for the East All-Stars. The second walk by Silbernagel in relief, and now it comes down to Miss Hansen. Going to be heading to NDSU. She's got her own couple of horses, going to do some rodeo coming up in the fall. I'm going to look over at our production man here. Preston, have you ever tried to go 8 seconds on a horse or a bull before? Have you ever tried to do so?
I have not.
Okay.
And I don't plan on it.
Well, I have to ask
Some
him.
of us value our lives, Chase.
I was just going to ask Joel Morgan. Joel, have you ever done the 8-second bull ride before in your life?
No, I'm a walk, maybe a trot. A couple seconds of the canter with the horse. Besides that, I'm done.
0-1 pitch on the way here. Hansen hits one on the ground. This is the shortstop. Olsen goes across the diamond. Well, why not? That's what she did earlier in her infield skills competition. And it'll be 6-3 on the putout to get out of the pickle here. No runs. There was 1 hit. No errors and 3 runners left on base. 2 innings complete on our Thunder Seed scoreboard at 6-0 West on your live event.
So even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
I'm back here at the Scott Goss Field. It's day number 2 of the Scheels Softball All-Star Series here in North Dakota. The one thing that's kind of cool about this Softball All-Star Series, and that's nothing against the other All-Star games in the state, it's just this is happening in season. These girls have played at their respective years in Class A and Class B through their region or conference championship games or making it to state, and you continue to play softball here before you kind of get into summer mode and expect what is next, whether it's joining the workforce or moving on to bigger and better things in college as well. Jenna Fisher will hit one foul. It'll be Fisher, Silbernagel, and LaMotta here. Fisher from Jamestown, Silbernagel from Heart River. So it's always fun to talk to, which is the $80 million question anytime you go at their graduation parties. If you're the grad, you know what's going to be asked. How was your senior year? What are you doing next? You know, that's the typical question, and you've given the answer about 100 times. This one is hit high in the air. Fisher might have another home run. This one is gone. The Jamestown Blue Jay hits one deep in the air to left. It's now 7-0 West. Back-to-back innings here for the West All-Stars to start the game off, or the inning off, with a solo homer. Saw Fisher do that yesterday as well, and now it's 7-0 West. On our Thunder Seed scoreboard, first in the field with 4 generations and 3 farm families and 1 strong seed development company. Your farm is always first with Thunder Seed, and we'll get to Joel Morgan here as they're getting some new softballs. Joel, let's toss it down to you as part of our opportunity here to sit down with some players, brought to you in part by Hillsboro EDC. Joel?
Thanks, Chase. And we're talking with Emily Hodel from Shanley. How have you enjoyed these last 2 days being a part of these All-Star Series?
It's been super fun playing with these people. It's been fun getting to know the people that I've been playing against for so long.
And you got to be a part of the infield throwing competition, that one coming down to the throw-off. What was going through your mind through that whole experience?
I was just thinking I got to get it in there. I was really just hoping I would make it.
It was fun for us covering it to see how much you guys have come together the last 2 days now and to come together in that competition. I mean, how much bonding have you guys done?
We've done a lot of bonding in this team. I really enjoy being with the people on this team and getting to know them further than just rivals.
I was going to say you played a lot against a lot of them for a lot of years for the Deacons. What are the plans now moving on now that you're done with high school?
I'm going to NDSU for mechanical engineering.
And what are your plans to do with that moving forward?
I'm hoping to work at Disney. That's my big dream.
And what would you want to do for Disney? What's the goal there?
I want to work like in the parks designing like rides and attractions. I think that'd be super cool.
And that's going to be your big claim to fame, is you're going to design that one ride, that one Disney life-changing ride.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, well, congratulations for being a part of this All-Star Series, and congratulations or good luck with your plans in the future.
Thank you so much.
All right, back to you, Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel. Yeah, a player interview is brought to you in part by Hillsboro EDC. Visit growhillsboroND.com. There's more at exit 104. So during that time, after the home run by Fisher, Silbernagel hit a fly ball to left fielder Burchell. LaMotta grounded out to Glenke at third, and now Carolyn Bodine is behind the count 0-1. And again, it was Emily Hodel from Fargo Shanley talking with our own Joel Morgan. No balls, 2 strikes here to Bodine from Velvet Drake Anamoose. I love the pinstripe pants. You know, she had the pinstripe top for the Aggies as well. Kind of reminds you of some what you see in baseball. This is a lazy fly, and oh, look out. Nelson and Glenke were on a collision course, but nice job by Glenke to kind of do the field chopping there a little bit with her feet, and it's going to be a pop-out to Nelson to retire this side. There was 1 run on a solo homer by Fisher. No hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 2.5 complete here from the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. It's all West, 7-0.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Coming on here to pitch now for the West All-Stars. That's going to be from Mandan High School. Andy Borchers here for the Braves. Silbernagel will go from the circle to playing first base, and Fisher will go from first base to catcher now here for the West All-Stars. It'll be 1-0. Riley Holzer, Andy Wagner, and Dylan Deagle due up here. So we're seeing the West really get some movement in. Up for the East here in game number 3, and the East just needs to find something positive to happen right now, as this one is going to miss for a ball. It's 2-1. Some years it just doesn't matter the competition. If you got a stacked team, it can go really good in a real hurry. This one's going to be hit on the ground. That's a 1-hopper to Bodine. Goes across the diamond to Silbernagel. That'll be 4-3 on the putout, and 1 down now here in the top of the 3rd inning. As Addie Wagner was hit by a pitch. Addie going to MSUM in the fall, hit a home run down the left field line yesterday in Bismarck as the wind is starting to pick up just a little bit more, blowing out to left field. Here's the pitch. Wagner hits this one foul. It's now 0-1. That's the thing. Sometimes across the state, you may see it in a state tournament, say, well, the East is a lot better than the West. And then all of a sudden you get to a tournament, and that's what happens. We get 3 teams from the East able to pick up a win and move on. It's dead on even. Here's the pitch on the way. It's dead on even. Here's the pitch on the way. And it missed East Class B, but it's Class A that's really good out west. So when you put everybody together here for a melting pot, makes it a lot of fun to see what happens on the field. 1-1 pitch. Wagner hits this one foul. It's now 1-2.
And talk about the makeups of those teams, Chase. We got the Optimist Volleyball Series next week. and they're going to reshuffle and draft everyone up, and we're going to have two completely different teams, East and West. Everyone's mixing. That should be a fun experience.
It's going to be fun to see Lori DeKaiser, who's part of the Optimist Volleyball Series Committee. This one is hit on the ground. That's the third baseman, and right through the wickets of Rederath. This one will be coming around first, and Addie Wagner's aboard with a single. And the Kaiser was talking about how, they've just seen it in some other states, Joel, how, it's not one class versus another class, or it's, east versus west or north versus south. It's, hey, we're just going to put everybody together in a melting pot and hope that no matter what happens, we get really competitive games. And I think that's what we're all waiting to see, if we get that next Monday and Tuesday, Joel, after last year where the East really took it to the West, at least in volleyball.
Yeah, it makes the opportunity, again, for people to meet people and get those opportunities, and as well as just a chance to maybe level the playing field and see how those two teams gel.
Olsen, Bodine across the diamond, not in time to Silbernagel to get the double play, but they get the lead runner, Wagner, out at second. Deagle will reach base on a fielder's choice, and there's now two down here in the bottom of the third inning. Madison Glenke, the first baseman, as the wing continues to pop up here. We saw a home run so far to center. That was by Olsen from Bismarck Legacy, and a home run hit down the left field line for the West. That was by Fisher, both solo home run varieties. This one will miss out of the zone, now 1-0. So 2 up again was Lorelei from Glenburn, but she was taken out of the game here in this half inning. Then it's Olsen and Riss, so we might see some new batters come to the plate for the West as well in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one is hit in the air, high to right field. The right fielder, LaMotta, comes underneath it and somehow catches it. It hit her glove, it hit her hand, it hit her inner thigh, and somehow she made the catch. That's like playing Plinko in right field.
All smiles back to the dugout, by the way.
We're going to get an in-game report from Joel Morgan about that a little bit as we come back in between innings. Bottom of the third inning, it's 7-0 West here on your live event.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offering a full golf course, 9 holes, and a driving range. You'll find great opportunity with membership rates and great rates to enjoy the round of golf, whether you're walking or riding at the Goose River Golf Course in Hillsboro. Learn more at thegooserivергolfcourse.com.
We return here on our Thunder Seats scoreboard. It's all West right now. 5 runs in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third. And the problem right now against the Peyton Nelson in the circle, it's been the leadoff batter. The leadoff batter, Tori Olsen, in the second hit a solo home run, and Jenna Fisher hit a solo home run as well. That was in the third inning. So now it's going to be the pitcher spot here coming up, as Borchers from Mandan is going to be stepping up to the plate here in the top of the fourth inning, as we go to the top of the fourth inning here in Casselton. Borchers here for the West All-Stars, taking a look at what she's going to be doing next season, attending Dakota Wesleyan University, majoring in exercise science, and she'll be playing a little college softball as well. 1 ball, no strikes here to Borchers. Just seems like every time we look down for the West players, there's someone that's going to college, and that's why, oh, what a snag by Addie Wagner! Climbing the ladder in center field. A line drive hit by Borchers, but Wagner with the web gem in center.
That comes from years and years of rebounding in the paint inside the EDC. That's what that comes from, Chase.
Oh, my gosh. It looked like Addie Wagner did that on purpose, by the way. If Preston had a sound effect, I would put the da-da-da, da-da-da on that one. That was pretty good. Here's the opportunity now for Tori Olsen, who's already hit a home run. Olsen swung on and missed. Now it's going to be 0-2 is the count. Tori Olsen going to Garden City Community College. Speaking of college softball, here's another one for the West. 0-2 pitch will run in, and that'll be 1-2. Gosh, you get LaMotta to make a, Plinko kind of play in right, then you get Wagner to make a play in center. What are we going to see in left? 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Nelson gets the strikeout of Olsen, and 2 down now here in the fourth inning.
A lot of pressures on anyone in left field right now to get those style points.
If there is a person, though, Joel, I think Maddie Burchell from Kindred Richland could possibly do it. Burchell used to play outfield. This one will miss for a ball 1-0. We saw her make a Willie Mays Hayes basket catch in center earlier today, so we can see it from Burchell. This one's going to be high, and this one might stay in the field of play. Glenke comes down the third baseman, and that'll hit the inner part of the glove, and there'll be another chance here for Wrist, who's staying alive. Tough one. You got to play the win a little bit by Glenke. Then she tried to come around with her hand as well, and by the time she went to go field it, hit more of her inside of her wrist than her glove. And if there's a spot to catch a ball, it's not on the inner wrist. Here's the pitch to wrist, and McKenzie will take for a ball. Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark, the Lakers. Her head coach here, and Peggy as well. This one is hit high in the air to center field Wagner, while this one a little bit more effortlessly able to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down there for Peyton Nelson as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. The West is up by 7.
Congratulations to Hillsborough Central Valley softball first baseman Jillian Hurt on being selected to the North Dakota Softball All-Star Team. The Hillsborough Central Valley schools and Borough teammates are proud to have you representing your schools and community. Thanks for being a Borough. The Hillsborough Central Valley schools wish all families a safe and fun summer. All students are encouraged to participate in their school and community events.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
As we're back here, as still pitching will be Borchers here for the West All-Stars. We'll get to some of these substitutions as coming back on the field here is Silbernagel. Silbernagel's going to be playing third base. Olsen at short. It looks like Bodine is still at first, and Gronberg now, will be at first with Bodine at right. We'll let you know some of the outfield coming up here, but right now let's go to Joel Morgan as Sophie O'Husky comes up 0 for 1 today with a walk. Takes a ball to get going here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Thank you, Chase, from Harvey Wells County. We're talking to Haley LaMotta. Let's talk about that play you just made out there in the outfield, because we want to know, was that plan? Were you going for the style points?
That wasn't the plan, but things happen, and luckily I caught it in between my knees.
Yeah, it looked like it just kind of went everywhere, and you're able to stick with it. But big smile coming back, your teammates excited. Everyone looks like they're having so much fun, and that was just one of those moments where everyone was just enjoying themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I love playing with these girls, and I'm so grateful to have this opportunity.
And you got the opportunity as well to play for your opponent now yesterday as well. So kind of a neat situation, but you know, how much more fun was that?
That was extremely fun. I'm just happy to take the field, and it doesn't matter to me if I'm on the east or west, and they need a pitcher, so I was happy to go in and pitch for them.
Did you get a little bit of a hard time from your teammates from the west when you came back to the dugout?
No, they were just really happy that I was back and I was able to pitch for them the next day.
So what's the plan now that high school's done? Where do you plan to attend in the fall?
I plan to attend Concordia in Moorhead, and I plan on continuing my softball career and to major in dietetics.
All right, well, I hope you're enjoying yourself here the last couple days. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations for being a part of this.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel. In right field now is Backus from Beulah High School, so that's who's in right. Potter still in center and wrist in left. Maddie Burchell hits one on the ground. That'll be foul. Now it'll be 0-2 upcoming to Burchell. Peyton Nelson with a single, and O'Husky grounded out to the second baseman, Bodine, to get things going here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This one going to be foul tipped, and Burchell is going to have to stay put here as it was foul, and we'll keep it an 0-2. Maddie, though, just like a seasoned vet, thinking, hey, if I swing and miss and I don't hit the softball, maybe the catcher drops it, I might be able to get to first. The East All-Stars, so far just a hit in the second, a hit in the third, and one here in the 4th. So they've been tamed, so to speak. This one's going to get through the wickets of the catcher and Fisher. Going to second base, no problem, is Nelson. Now the East has their first run within 60 feet of home plate on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out here as Maddie Burchell from Kindred Richland, the left fielder, played catcher yesterday, steps back in here against Borchers, who's on for her second inning of work. 1-2 pitch. That'll miss outside. It's now 2-2. Also, all of our interviews throughout today and yesterday are brought to you in part by our fine friends at Hillsboro EDC. Visit growhillsboroND.com. There's more at exit 104 in Hillsboro. 2-2 pitch on the way to Burchell. This one is grounded. A little nub shot there. This one will go across their diamond. Silbernagel not going to be able to make the play, as she kind of thought that the pitcher in Borchers was going to make it. Then Silbernagel thought vice versa. So everybody stayed put. Nelson now gets to third base. Burchell's at first. It's an infield single. Runners at the corners here for Stengel. Madeline from Grand Forks Central will step up here for the East All-Stars. First pitch swinging, it's going to be a double play right to the third baseman in the hot box, Silbernagel, to retire the side. 5 unassisted on the DP on one pitch, and Madeline is retired. There was no runs on a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 4 complete here, the West up by 7.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
As we're back here, as we're going to get a plethora of substitutions here for the East All-Stars. What we can tell you is Fellner's going to be pitching from Fargo Davies. Her brother, thanks to Alex's mom, said, hey, just to let you know, the Fellner doing pretty well because her brother is going to be playing in the Shrine Bowl coming up a week from Saturday. We'll get to some of the new players that are into the game here, as seems like everyone is slated to go. So Holzer now is in center. Krogstad in left. Stengel will stay put in right. Hurt is at first with Abby Richmond from Northern Cass at second. Wagner goes from center field to shortstop. We'll get to the third baseman in a moment, as Maddie Burchell is now behind the plate here, as Hodel is at third now for the East All-Stars. Gromberg takes a ball. This one is smoked to left field, and, well, not having to move was Krogstad there, as that was hit on the rope. We were talking about left field, and we got it there for 1 down now in the top of the 5th inning. So Fellner able to get 2 pitches, 1 out. As now it's Ashley Potter first pitch swinging, hits one up the right field line, fillets one just foul. That was so close from being a base knock. Instead, it's now 0-1.
Yeah, talking about style points in left field, that was a well-hit ball chase, and nothing too flashy, just in the right position, and did the right thing. So I think we'll give style points for just solid fundamentals there.
Gromberg was trying to do the 3rd time for the West All-Stars to lead off an inning with a solo home run. If she would have elevated it maybe about what we talk a launch angle now in softball, she might have been able to get that one gone. But Krog said, I would check the hand. Maybe it might be a little black and blue after this one. This is hit on the ground, a slow hopper to Richmond. Fields it, gloves it, fires it. And that'll be 4-3 on the put-up. So 2 down now in the 5th, and Joel will toss it back to you.
I was just going to say, Krogstad's played a lot of infield, so I'm sure those hands well calloused from those things coming right at you.
Jenna Fisher here from Jamestown, the Blue Jays. It just works so well. Your high school uniform matches your actual all-star uniform. You would not know the difference. The white stripe on either side. This one is popped up and playable. We'll see if Hurt or Burchell. Burchell with enough room to retire this side. 3 up and 3 down for Fellner. And that'll retire the West here in the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. It's 7-0 West over the East.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Friday Night Racing returns this summer to Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, featuring 5-wide, high-flying, family-friendly action. Weekly racing featuring IMCA modified, stock cars, sport mods, sprint cars, hobby stocks, and index legends. Racing begins at 7 o'clock. Adult tickets are $13, kids tickets just $5. See the full schedule online at RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. All summer long, enjoy Friday night action at Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
So Backus is in right field. Morris from Bismarck Century in center with wrist in left. Fisher is behind the plate with Gronberg at first. Again, defensive substitutions, and Miss Olsen's coming on to pitch now in the circle. Silver Eagles at third base, Potter at short, and it looks like Bodine will stay at second. So that is your infield now for the West, as we're going to have the bottom of the fifth inning. Krogstad from Thompson High School will be coming to the plate. The East needs something good to happen. Krogstad, the player for one of the coaches here, and Matt Chandler from Thompson fouls him back to the netting. It's now 0-1. For the East All-Stars, 3 up and 3 down in the first. They brought 6 players to the plate in the second. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and Hanson grounded out to the shortstop at the time to retire their side. 4 up in the third, and then you had 4 up in the fourth with a double play as well. This one is a infield pop-up to Potter, and that'll be 1 down here in the fifth inning. So Riley Holzer steps up, and then after Holzer, Abby Richmond is due up next after Holzer. So Holzer will be at the plate. 0 for 2 today. Grounded to second, grounded to third, and she takes a ball. Now it's 1-0. This has been fun to see. The game of softball, though, grow. We've said it throughout our coverage yesterday and today in North Dakota. And events like these as well put a premium on high school girls softball players, just to see as they can continue to play at the next level, but also have a chance to show out one more time and try to get some highlights. This one is missed, now 2-1.
And you look at some of these names, Chase, Riley Holzer, Krogstad, Maya Krogstad, who batted before, you know, us covering them mostly out here in the East. It's, you see those names year after year, and then you finally go, oh, yeah, their careers have to come to an end here, and they have to graduate, and there's one, and there's a foul ball not too close to me. Okay, I was worried I was going to have to stop mid-sentence and get out of the way, but I'm okay.
Well, after yesterday, I became ball boy, according to Mike Lowe, so I think, Joel, it's your opportunity in day number 2 here. 2-2 pitch will run in and miss. It's now 3-2. Yeah, Jay Bachman definitely going to miss Riley Holzer, talking about just a bulldog on the basketball court here for Central Cass. 3-2 pitch. This one is hit high in the air to short right center field. Bodine calling everybody off for the pop-out. Now 2 down here in the fifth inning as Miss Northern Cass Female Athlete of the Year, Abby Richmond, steps up to the plate. Richmond, a libero for the volleyball team that finished runner-up at state, part of the Northern Cass team that Central Cass fans won't want to remember, that Region 1 girls basketball semifinal, finishing second in Region 1, and then awfully good softball player as well. So, Joel, back to your point, here's another one that folks in the Red River Valley have seen a lot of in Region 1 in recent years that will no longer be there in Abby Richmond.
Did well as well in the home-to-home running competition.
Richmond follows this one back 1-1. Earlier today, speaking of that, the runner competition, Ashley Potter from Bismarck High won. Outfield competition, Dylan Deagle from Valley City. Infield, Tori Olson from Legacy. And the home run champ was Logan Gronberg from Bismarck High. But it was the East who won the team competition in terms of the team numbers. Always a team game, no I in team. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Olson, this one is hit in the air to right field. Backus is on her horse, but unable to come down with it as Richmond rounds first here for a 2-out single to right field. And now it's Dylan Deagle. Actually, coming up will be Jillian Hurt. So Jillian Hurt will hit in the spot of Deagle. Jillian Hurt from Hillsborough Central Valley, the Burros. And she comes up here and We'll see if Abby Richmond maybe scampers from first base. She stays put. It's now 1-0. Contest that got started at 6:01, so nearly an hour ago here on your live event. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Chase Miller, Joel Morgan, and Preston DeVille with you here, our 3-man crew. We were asking if we could maybe partake in the home run derby, but they wouldn't let us. And that's probably a good thing because we probably would have not hit the ball very well. Speaking of a not hit well ball, Hurd able to do just enough to put that under the glove of Potter, as now there's runners at first and second.
I think it was just a matter of us. They didn't want us to show off anybody. They were worried about. They didn't have enough softballs to last. How they let us go up there.
I think Joel is speaking very, how would you say, very highly of us three. I will defer to Preston here in a moment. Runners at first and second. Deagle, after Deagle came out, Jillian Hurt again at first base. You have Richmond at second, and Hodel steps up to the plate now here for the East, and Hodel takes a strike. No balls, 1 strike here. This one swung on and missed. Now 0-2.
By the way, one of the best answers I think I ever received. She was going to go study engineering. I said, "What's the plan?" She says she wants to work for Disney World. And I said, "What? Designing rides."
Yeah, if you would design a ride, who would come up with, what was it, Space Mountain or Tower of Terror? I think some of those come to mind at Disney.
So I said, that'll be her claim to fame. She said she's going to design the next big ride.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that'll strike out and end the sign there for Olsen. A pair of hits, but no runs. There was no errors, and 2 runners left on base. There's 5 complete here. We'll see if we get our own version of Disney World coming up here in the 6th inning on your live event.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Olivia Rederath will come on and hit here from Washburn Center Staten, the Cardinals. Kind of got that Cardinal red a little bit for the High Sox here. Love to see it. Kind of giving you back to the old days. Going up against Fellner's got the High Sox for the Eagles. Who would win between a Cardinal and an Eagle? Well, I think we know it's probably an Eagle in Mother Nature, but we'll see if that happens here on the softball diamond. 1 ball, no strikes here. Top of the 6th inning. This one going to miss as well. Now 2-0. Batting next is Avery Backus from Beulah, the Miners. So as we saw for the East, the West now starting to get some new, fresh players to the plate. It's going to be 3-0 on the way here to Rederath. Alex Fellner on for her 2nd inning of work here from Fargo Davies. This one is hitting the air to right center field. Coming on is Stengel, and she's going to make, oh, what a basket catch! Stengel came in. Oh, what lovely type of a Tuesday afternoon was that by Stengel. I didn't think she was going to be able to get there quick enough as that ball was dying, and all of a sudden she just put her right hand out there with the mitt and literally a foot off the ground makes a web gem. What is it with the East in the outfield here today? We've seen it. As coming on now will be from Beulah, Avery Backus. It's going to be 1 out here on our Thunder Seat scoreboard in the 1st inning. Backus hits a little slow 2-hopper back to Fellner. That'll be 1-3. Coming up to the plate now is going to be LaMotta here. So LaMotta will be coming up from Harvey Wells County. The Hornets. And Hallie will take a strike. Taking a look, she'll attend and play softball, as Joel talked earlier at Concordia. Speaking of Concordia, how about this? former Grafton Spoilers head coach, and Miss Hanson, she's going to Concordia next in the fall as well. Well, that was a quick 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down, 6-3 on the putout as O'Husky goes to hurt. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the 6th inning on your live event.
Been the rain through my era, so even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
As we come back here to the bottom of the 6th inning, Gronberg is on to pitch, and she was able to strike out Addie Wagner yesterday, which, Joel, I don't mean to start the interview off with Addie Wagner, but you're with Addie, so let's go to you, Joel, on the up the third base side.
Thank you, Chase, and I'm talking with Addie Wagner from Fargo South, and you faced Gronberg yesterday, and yeah, it looked like you were having a little fun in that at-bat.
Yeah, we know each other pretty well. It was fun playing against her. We used to play travel ball together, so.
Yeah, what is it about her off-speed, that changeup, that just makes it so hard to hit?
Jesus Christ.
We just had a foul ball come right here at us, Chase. We're okay, but what makes that thing so hard to hit?
Because she pitches so fast, and I never practiced changeups, which is probably a bad thing. But yeah, she just has a fast ball every time, so it just, I don't even know, it just throws me off.
So you get to play in this All-Star series the last 2 days, and now you'll get a chance to play in another All-Star game coming up. You've had an accomplished career, starting as a 7th grader at Fargo South. I mean, what are some things that really stand out?
Sorry, what was the question?
we got caught up in the moment, Chase. I said you've had an accomplished career. You've been starting since 7th grade in all sports you played. What are some things that really stand out for you?
Just the memories I made and the friends I made along the way, and getting to be able to play college ball after many years of high school ball and all that. Just, yeah.
I was going to say the next step for you now, you're going to try to be a 2-sport athlete. You will be a 2-sport athlete in college. You weren't going to try to go for the 3-sport?
No, that would be too hard. That would be way too hard. But I could have. I mean, I don't know.
So what has been the best memory you would say from these last 2 days so far?
Meeting new people, like ones I've played against in Class B and all of that, just having fun.
All right, well, congratulations on being named here to this All-Star Series, and we'll see you at another one here in a couple of weeks.
All right, thank you.
All right, back to you, Chase.
And speaking of the changeup, Gronberg just threw it on her fellow pitcher in Fellner, and that baby was nasty. It just dropped off the plate. 2 down now here in the 6th inning. So a fly out by O'Husky and left, and then a strikeout there to Fellner. Coming up now is Maddie Burchell here in the bottom of the 6th inning as the East All-Stars are down to their final 4 outs, and this one will miss inside for a ball. There's just certain players that just look different, even though they're the same age, and they just have a different ability about them. That's Gronberg in the circle. Her fastball has some movement, the way she can go at the change, the way she can hit at the plate in 2 days. Yeah, she's pretty good, and you can see why she's going to UND coming up in the fall to play college softball in the Summit League. 1-1 pitch on the way. This one will run in, and Burchell has to go all the way down, and she's even having a laugh right now going back to the backstop with the catcher and the home plate umpire going, I had to go all the way down to like a 3-foot position. I had to squat down a little bit there. Now 2-1 on the way here to Burchell. 1 for 2 today with a single. It hits one up the first base side. Good glove there as Borchers will be there, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Can you believe it? It's the top of the 7th next on your live event.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Coming up from Bismarck Century here from the west, that is going to be Brooklyn Morris. So Morris will be coming up here. Still to come here on your live event, we'll get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Also, they're going to award some of the final hardware here. And then we will bid adieu from Casselton as we have this one in the final 6 outs. The West, last time they scored a run was a solo home run in the third by Fisher in left field. The East has yet to score yet today, and they'll be trying to come with a big rally in the bottom of the 7th, but Fellner goes up here against Morris. It's a ball, now 1-0. Take a look on their scoring at home, too. The West, they haven't had a hit since the 3rd inning. So Fellner's done a nice job as Nelson was able to go 1, 2, 3 in the 4th, and since then, Fellner's done a really nice job moving speeds and pitches. This one's going to be hitting the air. Well, there's the announcer's jinx as Morris hits one to left field for a leadoff single here, and the West All-Stars have their leadoff runner on in the top of the 7th inning. As McIver will come back on and hit here. Laura Lee McIver, we've seen her at catcher. Also going to be a little outfield as well. McIver today 0 for 1 with a line drive shot. At the time was Riley Holzer at shortstop. Here's the 1-0 offering on the way. This one misses outside, now 2-0. This is the thing about these All-Star games. They change lineups quicker than what it's the flavor of the day at a local ice cream shop. So for us scoring at home, you got to be on your toes. 2-0 pitches hit fouled. It's now 2-1, which is what you want to see ultimately at the All-Star game. Give these girls the opportunity to play in front of loved ones and friends, those of you that are watching at home as well. But for broadcasters, it's like it's not the greatest thing. You just get so used to getting one lineup. This is a slow ground ball. Holdle has to hurry. This one will not be in time. Morris, speed demon, but from Bismarck Century, goes from first to third.
Yeah, it was a learning lesson yesterday, Chase. Trying to score those 2 games, and especially in softball, you don't see the fluid pitching changes that you would in baseball. So you're not even used. Seeing a pitching change sometimes can be rare when you're talking some of the top programs. So to add all that, but you know what? I think it's just part of the fun as well.
So coming on here will be Borchers. She takes a ball to Burchell. It'll be 1-0, and this continues to add on a little bit more in terms of, we've seen Borchers earlier. That was in the 4th inning. Flew out to, at the time, the center fielder in Wagner. And that was when Wagner climbed the ladder. It's now 2-0. Again, it's fun for the coaches. It's fun for the players. That's all that needs to be had. It's now 2-0 to 3-0. And now all of a sudden, Fellner's in danger of walking the bases loaded here, and the West All-Stars are trying to add some insurance on in the top of the 7th inning. 3-0 pitch, that's in on the ground. Jillian Hurt goes 3 unassisted. The run Morris comes in to score. It's now 8-0 West. So give the run batted in there. And now at second base is Olson with, McIver at second base with 1 out. And Logan hits one in the air, and that's going to get by Holzer in straightaway center field. Rounding third, on her way to score is McIver. To second base there is Gromberg with a double. It's now 9-0.
And wasted no time, Chase. Just put down a good swing, and you knew that one was going to be down for a hit and extra bases.
If she hits the ball in my facility, I'm ducking. That's all I know, the way that she's able if you would talk about exit velocity, she would be one of the better exit velocity softball players that we've seen, as we're going to have a courtesy runner, Tori Olson, now at second, and Ashley Potter at the plate. 1-0 pitch. This one will be 1-1.
Yeah, when I was talking to Addie Wagner there last inning, a foul ball came by us, and it was fear for your life. That was an accident. Some of these players knowingly put themselves in front of those situations.
Potter hits one to right field. Coming in to score is going to be Olson. So Olson, the courtesy runner, will come on in. And this is starting to look like the first inning, as now the West All-Stars have another double as Jenna Fisher will step up to the plate, already with a home run in this contest. This one going to get by Burcho. Going to third is Potter. And Fisher 2 for 3 today with 2 runs scored, a run driven in as well in that solo homer. It's been so far 5 up, 1 out, 4 on, and this one's going to be popped up, and look up back at the concession stands again. And it'll be 1-1. Make that 1-2.
Some young fans chasing that one down over. They weren't kind of minding their own business.
Fisher hits one down the third base line, and that's foul. Coming in to score is Potter. Fisher delivers again. The Blue Jay wants to dig for 2, and she will trip up over second for a moment, and she'll be in there with a double. So another run comes in. That's run number 4 of the inning. It's 11-0 on our Thunder Seat scoreboard. As coming on to hit now for the West All-Stars, it's going to be Olivia Rederath. Rederath 0 for 1 today. Thunder Seed as well. I'd like to thank them for providing our scoreboard coverage throughout our All-Star games. This one's going to be hit in the air to right field. That's going to die in front of the right fielder. Rounding second, on her way to come home is Fisher. It's an RBI single for Rederath. It's now 12-0 West. This is the hit parade, or the carousel continues, however you want to call it, as Avery Backus steps up to the plate. We'll have a time here, batter number 8 of the inning upcoming. Also, the goal of Thunder Seed is to maximize your profits with high-quality seed developed through innovation, new technologies, and hard work as well. You can learn more by visiting the website at thunderseed.com. That is thunderseed.com. For most of the area folks here in planting, it has been a tough spring into early summer, and all of a sudden you've kind of got to the point where are you going to plant or you're not going to plant as last couple of days, or it's beans, it's corn, or something in between. 1 ball, 1 strike on the way here to Backus. This one is popped up. Abby Richmond calls everybody off, fights the win, now 2 down. Coming up next is going to be LaMotta here. LaMotta grounded out her last time up in the 6th. The 9th batter to the plate, and if she's able to get aboard, Morris will come on one more time. This one is hit right up the middle. Husky goes and runs into Richmond. Looks to be all right. That'll be 6 assisted to retire this side. But for the West All-Stars, they played 5 runs in the top of the 7th and now lead at 12-0 on your live event.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offering a full golf course, 9 holes, and a driving range. You'll find great opportunity with membership rates and great rates to enjoy the round of golf, whether you're walking or riding at the Goose River Golf Course in Hillsboro. Learn more at thegooseriverdolfcourse.com.
Congratulations to Hillsboro's Central Valley softball first baseman Jillian Hurt on being selected to the North Dakota Softball All-Star Team. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools and borough teammates are proud to have you representing your schools and community. Thanks for being a borough. The Hillsboro Central Valley schools wish all families a safe and fun summer. All students are encouraged to participate in their school and community events.
Madeline Stengel on here as going up against Gronberg from the West and Bismarck High. This one's going to be hit down the third baseline foul. From Grand Forks Central is Madeline, the right fielder here. 1 ball, 1 strike as the West All-Stars look to complete the 3-game series sweep and win and get to 8-5 in the series. This one is going to miss on the outside as you have Madison Stengel attending the University of Jamestown coming up. She'll continue her softball and music career for the Jimmies. 2-1 pitch, that'll miss, now 3-1. McIver's in left field, Ritterath is at third base. As at shortstop right now with some of the changes coming in, you're going to have LaMotta at short. Going to be a walk on the way, so Stengel right now will be able to get aboard. And now it's going to be Krogstad. Krogstad stepping up here, and got some Thompson, Tommy Faithful making some noise for Maya. This one will be in there for a strike. Now it's 0-1. Krogstad popped out to the second baseman her last time up, attending the University of North Dakota for nursing in the fall. 0-1 pitch. This one is grounded. Now it's 0-2. Still to come, we'll get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Play or Player of the Game. The play might be the Plinko chip catch in right or Addie Wagner's catch in center field. Preston, our behind-the-scenes man, might be thinking it might be another Fisher home run, which, by the way, she did smoke it down the left field line. As we are seeing some sun rays coming in, and the off-speed pitch that Krogstad missed. Now it's 1-2. Off-speed again, got her out swinging for a strikeout. And the out here, that's number 1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. That is just not fair when you have someone who just throws the ball what it feels like 100 miles an hour in the circle, then literally comes with the off-speed pitch. And anytime it's softball or baseball, you're talked about, waiting for your pitch. What are you going to time up? Well, if you're timing the fastball and the changeup comes, good luck. 0-1 pitch, that'll miss outside. Now 1-1.
Yeah, I could probably hit that changeup if I knew it was coming every time, but that's not how she sets them up, Chase.
No, not at all. This one swung on and missed. No, 1-2, and her fastball's good enough. It has enough movement on it, especially a little bit of a rise where you don't need the changeup, but just to put that in the back of a hitter's repertoire. This one going to be a slow grounder. Potter is there, goes the long way to get the out at shortstop. LaMotta was covering, so it'll be 4-6 on the putout. And now stepping up to the plate is Abby Richmond, the final out here for the East. Richmond going to Arizona State University coming up in the fall. The West All-Stars looking for the 3-game series sweep here. It was 5-5 as this one's going to come in and hit Richmond, so runners will be at first and second. So Hurt with a single her last time up in the 5th. Last time the East All-Stars won a game in the series, June the 4th of 2019 in Bismarck. 2020, there was COVID, so nothing was played. 2021, all 3 went to the West. In 2022, all 3 are going to go to the West again. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Hurt. Swung on a miss, now 0-2. We'll see if Gromberg wants to throw that changeup out there one more time, or she comes in with the fastball and looks for the strikeout variety. 0-2 pitch. There's the changeup. Got her locked up, and that'll retire the side and finish it. No runs on no hits. There was no errors and 2 runners left on base. The final 12-0 here. The West All-Stars in 2022 go 3-0. This contact took 80 minutes old in this one for the East All-Stars and the West. The West All-Stars 6 hits in the first, 6 hits in the 7th. Then a solo home run in the second, a solo home run in the third as well. So they will finish with 14 hits. The East All-Stars with a hit in the first, the second, 2 in the fourth, and the 5th. And that was it, so just 6 hits for the East. Runners left on base, so the West only left 2 runners on. In the East, they left 8 runners on base, no errors on either side, as the West All-Stars pick up the sweep. And we will keep it here for the awards presentation ceremony before we get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Joel, again, your mic is hot. If you do get a player or a coach that you're able to potentially speak with, here's Tim Howell. We'll be presenting some of the player awards here as well at Scott Koss Field. So let's recap what happened in this softball all-star series. Game number 1, 12-8 West over the East, as Hoffoff was able to get 3 home runs. Taya for Dickinson in game number 1, part of 5 home runs for the West. Game number 2 went to the West, 11-4 over the East. There was 3 home runs hit in the second game, one of those from a Jamestown product as well. And then you take a look at Gromberg, what she was able to do. 3 innings of work, and here a couple innings of work as well with a couple of strikeouts. And game number 3, 12-0 West over the East here in the Scheels Softball All-Star Series, as the West All-Stars and the East All-Stars are going to get some of their awards and plaques, and also they'll get to the senior athlete, or I could guess you could say the All-Star athlete here in this series as well. So as they are coming out here, Lauralee McIver from Glenburn will come out and she'll get her award in one opportunity. You're having Abby LaMotta as well and kind of come out. We'll just kind of go right down the order here. LaMotta going to Concordia. Jenna Fisher heading to the University of North Dakota for pre-physical therapy in the fall. Mackenzie Rist, Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark will be going to Valley City State University. Exercise science and minor in chemistry, then pediatric dentistry for Rist. Ashley Potter from Bismarck High was our fastest player here in the infield competition earlier, fastest runner. You have Meg Silbernagel attending Dickinson State University from South Hart. Carolyn Bodine, Velva Drake Animus will attend the University of North Dakota and pursue a degree in nursing. Olivia Rederath from Washburn will compete and advance individual training to become a combat medic this summer in San Antonio, Texas, and attend BSc in the spring. Borchers from Mandan heading to Dakota Wesleyan. From there, Brooklyn Moores from Bismarck Century, the Patriot, going to UND to study biology and play softball. You have Logan Gromberg from Bismarck High going to play softball for the University of North Dakota as well. Matea Mortensen. Tori Olson from Bismarck Legacy attending the Garden City Community College. And Avery Backus from Beulah going to North Dakota State University to get a degree in radiologic sciences here in the West. So those are your West All-Stars that were here today in terms of the roster. Also on the roster from Dickinson, Taya Mortensen. You also had Taya Hoffoff here, and the head coach as well, and Amanda Mickey from the Dickinson Midgets. Now to the East All-Stars here as they will go through numerical order. Riley Holzer will be going to North Dakota State University coming up in the fall here. From there, it's Maya Krogstad from Thompson. She'll be going to the University of North Dakota, attending UND for nursing. From there, Maddie Burchell, also from the eastern side of the state in Class B. Attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities for biology, part of the state runner-up team in Class B. Dylan Deagle from Valley City going to NDSU to pursue a nursing degree for Dylan. You have Peyton Nelson from Casselton attending NDSU and majoring in radiologic sciences. Here is Peyton Nelson. Reagan Hansen from Grafton going to NDSU will be part of the animal biomedical science and minor in business. Jillian Hurt from Hillsboro going to Bismarck State College for a surgical technician and associate degree in science is Miss Jillian Hurt. Emily Hodel from Fargo Shanley attend NDSU and majoring for mechanical engineering and minoring in theater arts as well for Emily Hodel. You have from Grand Forks Central and Madeline Stengel. Emirado is her hometown, going to the University of Jamestown. You have Madison Glinke from West Fargo Cheyenne High School, attending the College of St. Scholastica, a nursing and play some softball for the Saints. Alex Fellner going to UND for nursing from Fargo Davies High School for Fellner. Addie Wagner going to MSUM to study graphic arts while playing basketball and golf for the Dragons. Abby Richmond going to Arizona State University Barrett Honors College to pursue a degree in business marketing. And Sophie O'Husky from West Fargo heading to VCSU studying mathematics education and also going to play a little softball coming up here for the West Fargo Packers, heading to Valley City. Matt Chandler, and alongside with him, Mike Lowell from Hankinson Co-op. Matt Chandler from Thompson, the head coach, is getting honored here. The West All-Stars and the East All-Stars there here at Scott Cos Field up the respective first and third base lines. As we'll get to the MVP here in a moment as well to find out who is going to be the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. As they're going to announce the skills competition one more time. The fastest runner from Bismarck High School is Ashley Potter. As they went from home to home, you can watch the skills competition earlier today here on your live event as well. The infield throwing accuracy, Bismarck Legacy, Tori Olson, who had to go on a throw-off with Miss Hodel from Fargo Shanley, and I believe it was the fourth throw by Olson, which finally got her the infield throwing accuracy champ. The outfield throwing accuracy champ from Valley City, Dylan Deagle, just continued to have a nice toss from center field, hit the net a couple of times and went from center to home. And the home run champ, Logan Gromberg, which set a record with 7 straight home runs. She finished with 38 points on 10 swings. Logan Gromberg from Bismarck High School is our home run derby champ. So they're going on the center circle, have a chance to give each other one more opportunity, take a photo, and then from there we're going to name the MVP. And this will be our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game as well in the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. And Stea Hoffa from Dickinson High School, who's not here. She is the Scheels Softball All-Star Series MVP, and she is our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Series with location in Hillsboro and Drayton. They're here to provide the customer service and support of your precision equipment. Call 701-636-2119 for RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton. The new series, the West All-Stars 8, the East All-Stars 5. And that does it here in Casselton as well. So we had a fun production of the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. Thanks to Tim Howe as well for kind of putting this all on together and having us here. Thanks to the folks in Bismarck for having us in the capital city yesterday, and thanks to the folks as well here in Casselton for having us here as well. On behalf of Joel Morgan and Preston DeVille, I'm Chase Miller saying thank you very much for tuning in. The West All-Stars get the 3-game series sweep here in Casselton with a final of 12-0. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com. A week from today, the Optimus All-Star Volleyball Series. A week from Saturday, the Shrine Bowl and partner in conjunction with Three Borders. And as well, a month from now, it's the Lions All-Star Basketball Series. But until we see you down the line, have a great rest of your Tuesday night and enjoy the week here in Casselton.